Hello, everybody, and welcome to the G12 Network, the very best NCAA Football 14 online dynasty around. And who else could introduce a G12 better than me? That's right, the coach. Now, thank you for supporting everybody at G12. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
How is it going? Welcome in to the G12. Welcome. Joining alongside me is St. Breezes. Breezes, how are you doing tonight, my man?
Besides all this crazy snow, it's pretty good. Ready to get this game going. It should be a good one.
Absolutely. We got Deezdiabetezz in South Carolina versus Bakervision in Ohio State. Big time game here for Deez as he's looking to pull what I think is the obvious upset here. Am I right?
Yeah, Baker had an amazing showing with the butt whooping he gave me last week. So I expect another good offensive game from him, but I expect Deez to bounce back and to be able to play pretty well. I think it should be a close game, 3 points one way or the other.
I like that. I want a 3-point game. I could go for some nip and tuck, some gritty, get some Doritos out crunch time status. I like that. I can vibe with it. Let's talk a little bit more about kind of the keys to the game here. When you played Baker, you got to see the full-fledged force of that Ohio State offense. What do you think Deez has to focus on defensively in order to get this game looking a little bit more competitive than people think this is going to be?
I would say getting his linebackers on the outside, because that's what I did not do a good job of. Baker runs those outside zone runs very well, and that's where he kind of broke the game open. It kind of stayed close for like 2 out of the first 5 minutes in the first quarter, and then he kind of broke it away. So you cannot make mental mistakes against Baker. Cannot have turnovers, and you have to contain that run, which is not easy to do because Ohio State has a lot of talent.
They have a lot of talent indeed. Reaper, their halfback, definitely one of those players that Baker likes to involve in every single asset of the game, whether it be passing or running the ball. He also likes to use those wide receivers on the outside that have a lot of speed. And when you talk about the matchup between corners and wide receivers in this game, you got to give the edge to Ohio State on the speed category there, Breezes, and that's going to create some trouble for the Gamecocks.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And real quick before we go on, we want to say thank you to George for the gifted sub to Mr. Murdercap. Thank you, George. You have given 24 gifted to the channel. We appreciate that so much. You are the GOAT of the NCAA community.
Definitely somebody who has supported various streamers throughout and someone that we hold dear and near to our hearts, Breezes, as do many others.
Yes,
So moving on to what Baker's got to do, you talk about Ryan Helinski, this quarterback for South Carolina, 384 yards on the season, 31-47, 4 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Quarterback rating of 154, not too shabby. He likes to take off and run a little bit as well. He's got 12 attempts, but he doesn't have any positive yardage. Gets sacked a lot, and this offensive line for the Gamecocks is going to have their hands full with a really big defensive line coming from the Buckeyes. So other than keeping him in check and forcing a little bit of the run game, what do you think Baker's got to do to stop Deez from getting some points?
Well, 2 things. One thing I think Deez needs to do is what I saw. He kind of seemed like he rushed things when he got behind on Caz. When him and Caz played. So he just has to continue. Deez is an amazing, I mean, we all watch his offline streams. We all watch his offline diet. He's a great player at the game. He just got to stay in his zone. Because, I mean, I did it last weekend against Baker. It's hard, man. Once you get down, you just want to gun that stuff and hopefully come back. But online against the user, you just can't do that. You've got to keep the pace slow, and you've got to get your stops where you can get them. Now, what Baker needs to do is, I think Baker needs to force them to. It seems like the best thing right now is to force people to pass the ball, because it is a lot harder online to pass the ball than it is to break those tackles on the run. So, I would load the box up and see if Helinski can prove himself to pass the ball downfield and be able to complete passes.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is I was looking today, and Deez wants to throw the football, so I don't know if throwing is something that he's afraid to do. He likes to sling it up and down the field, so maybe forcing him to actually run the ball with his halfbacks might be the way to go. His halfbacks only got 132 yards on the season, so I mean, he's not really doing a lot, and that's 30 carries, so not a lot of load for Zaquandre White. But I don't know. I'm just excited, man. This is going to be a good one.
Thank you, Mr. Murdercat, with 4 gifted subs. Thank you very much. I do agree. I think it's gonna be a great game, and I think it's really just gonna be who has the ball last. I think that's who's gonna win. I think they're both gonna get stops. It's gonna go back and forth, but I think whoever gets the ball last wins. And I just think Deez has to play his game. Baker has to play his game. Deez like you said. I think you're right. I think they both need to. I think Baker needs to stop the passing game and force Deez to run. I think it's the opposite for Deez. You've got to stop Baker's run game is phenomenal. So you've got to stop. That's the main thing you got to do against Ohio State. You've got to stop that. You have to stop that run game and force Justin Fields and see what he can do in the passing game.
Absolutely. I think that's one of those things that is just kind of common knowledge when it comes to just user games in general as well. I mean, just stopping the run is one of those things that is very key to getting your defense on a good start, on a good foot. If you can force your opponent to pass, like you said, most of the time that's to your benefit. Now, some of these guys really know how to sling it, know how to fit it in these tight windows, and that's where you get some of this appreciation for great play in this league, Breezes. I mean, some of these guys really know how to manipulate this game in order to fit the balls in places that just make your eyeballs go booga, 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 you know?
Yeah, definitely. Especially on some of those seams route when the safety's over the top and the linebackers covering the small zone right in front. When they can fit it in between those, it just amazes you, and that shows you. It shows you how good even the worst players in the league are some great players. This is not. It's the toughest league on Twitch and the best league on Twitch.
Absolutely, no doubt about that at all. So anything else you want to add here before we get started?
I just hope we have a good game. We've seen some great games. We've seen some blowouts, and I do think this is going to be a good game. Both of them got to play their games. We got to see how it turns out.
What's your final score prediction, Breeze? Let's give it to me. I want to hear it.
27-24 Deezdiabetezz.
All right, I'm gonna go with a little bit more high scoring. I'm gonna go 42-38. I'm gonna go Baker pulls it out in the end. That's my assumption. He was really tough for me. I didn't have fun.
He was tough for
me
too.
Breezes. It was work. I didn't have fun, Breezes. All right, as much as you didn't have fun, I was sweating bullets. All right, man.
At least you sweat bullets and won. That's the silver lining, right? At least I got my silver lining. You definitely took one there on the backside. So hopefully you and Rocky can get something going and get you a little bit more in sync with this, man. G12, just let everyone know, me and Rocky did test it out today, and we were able to connect, so we will be good to go for our Friday game.
Oh, big pod camp in the chat for that. That was man, that hurt my soul last night. I was blocking out that time. I was like, my boy's about to play, and then what happened was the unthinkable. The EA servers decided to take a big old deuce on the G12. Not fun.
I know, and we finally got the working Xbox and everything. It wasn't the Xbox. It wasn't my fault, but it just seems like nothing was going right for me last night. But we know it works now. We're and Thrizzy with the raid of 20.
Hello, Thrizzy.
Thrizzy with the massive raid. Thank you, Thrizzy. One of our G12 streamers as well. Great dude, great content creator. Thank you, Thrizzy, so much. And welcome in, Thrizzy. For the people from Thursday stream, welcome in, guys. I'm happy to have you all here, and I hope you guys are just as excited as this game as we are.
Yeah, definitely popped in on a good one, as my dogs say hello as well. Let's talk a little bit more prop betty. What kind of jerseys we thinking tonight? Who's the home team? Do we know?
It looks like Baker is.
Okay, so you think we're gonna get any glimpse at some Nike Pro Combat? Let's see what we got going on here. Here's the coin toss. Let's get into the horseshoe, Breezes.
I hope so. I love their Pro Combat. Deez has got the headband on, the headband swag.
Looking good all the way around. Here we go. Getting ready to kick this one off. Ohio State is going to be in their red tops, gray bottoms, gray helmets with that Scarlet stripe down the middle. Here is the kick. It is end over end. It's going to be returned 3 yards deep from the end zone. 5, 10, 15 up to the 15-yard line is going to be Smith on that return there.
Deez definitely has to play, start out smart because obviously Baker has more talent. Ohio State has a little bit more talent than South Carolina. So Baker can get away with a little bit less, he didn't have to work as hard on those plays because his players will be able to make plays. Deez has to have perfect execution for him to be successful.
All right, here we go. First snap offensively. Going to be Drew Lock going with Ryan Helinski, with the carry for 1 yard there for the Gamecocks. And he wants to run. That's kind of one of those things that I didn't prepare for. I thought he was going to come out slinging the ball, Breezes, but right there, I'm trying to get a little bit of quarterback run going.
Yeah, definitely. And we're going to take George with another gifted sub to Thrizzy.
Hey-oh, there you go, George.
Yeah, I really thought they were going to start out. It looks like this is going to be a pass or an option, if I had to assume.
All right, here's a split back set here. Helinski looking, firing on a little angle route from the halfback, and Marshawn Lloyd makes the reception. It's going to be 3rd and 4 here, and this is a big third down for South Carolina. We know Deez likes to hold on to the football and kind of use all that play clock and really grind your defense down to a nub. So we'll see if Ohio State can get the stop right here.
Yeah, I think I could see out route or a curl route on this one.
There we go. 3 wide receivers over to the left. Here's going to be the option. Helinski keeps it, and that's going to be going backwards. They were waiting right there for it. And Josh Proctor gets the tackle for loss for the Buckeyes, and it's punting time for the Game Chickens.
Josh Proctor out of Owasso, Oklahoma.
Hey-oh, there you go. Shout out Oklahoma.
But Baker did just make that adjustment. He did that right before the play where the CPU stayed on the quarterback. So that was a very good adjustment. And that's what got – because I don't think I think Deez would have got that first down if he would not have made that adjustment.
I agree. He had a lot of room to run if that guy wasn't standing right there in that hole as that punt trickles out of bounds at the 33-yard line. We'll get to see the first look here at Ohio State's offense. They really put you to work last week, so I think you're expecting this to just be chugga-chugga-choo-choo. The offensive train keeps rolling, right?
Yeah, the Ohio State offense did a lot of great running plays against me. So, the missed tackle.
Oh, and Drew Lock's got some room. He's at the 40, cutting back to the 35, 30, 25, and inside the 20 goes Drew Lock, and there you go. There's that scary footwork that you love to see from that quarterback. He can really get you going and put your defenders on ice skates, and right there, put it fully on display.
Yep, right. That just shows one thing can change the entire play. It was about to be a 3-yard loss, turned to a 43-yard gain, and a touchdown.
My goodness, Bonesy with the reception, 24 yards from Drew Lock, and there you go. 6-0 real quick, and it only took 2 plays, and all of a sudden it looks like this could be headed downhill fast if we don't get a response here, Breezes.
Oh, definitely. This was Baker. I think you might, Mr. Stoner, just have pissed him off, and he's just plain angry now after taking that loss. So that might have your win over him might have kicked him to gear, and it might just be hurt. It might just hurt for everyone else in the league that has to play him next because he's playing angry.
Well, I like to see good competitive play. Let's see if he lets this one go. He will. And we'll get to see Ryan Helinski lead his troops back onto the field here, starting at their own 25. 5:25 to go here in the opening period, here in the opening quarter. We'll get to see if he can get something going offensively as he was stopped there on 3rd and 4 on that read option play with Helinski going over that right side. He's going to come out here, 3 wide receivers to the right. He's got his halfback in his right hip pocket. Helinski changing some things back there. He's going to put his halfback in motion. Here's the snap. He's going to look over to his left-hand side. Got a man on an outside post route, and that's going to be Zaquandre White. That's going to be your halfback there getting the good old reception. I believe, if I am not mistaken, I believe that's a halfback. He's been very good for Helinski and a great target for him.
Yeah, that was a great play. Stood in the pocket, which another thing Baker has is some very athletic, strong defensive linemen, so you don't have long in that pocket either. So
yeah,
that's his up the line. Yeah, if you get jammed up to the line or anything like that, you're really screwed because that defense can jump off the line very fast.
All right, he's got kind of a double back set here, looking to hand this one off on a long, sweet play, and that's not going to go anywhere. Shi Smith once again jammed up behind the line. Cameron Brown getting him 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and this drive is going backwards. And after that good play on that first down, you get one that's just kind of pee-pee-poo-poo.
Yeah, the defense line pushed the offense lineman to the outside. So that one, which, it's a lot harder in game to notice those things, and we can sit back here and watch. But if he would have cut that upfield, he might have got 2 or 3 on that instead of a 4-yard loss.
There's a snap from Helinski. He's taking it himself again. Got plenty of room to run. There's the juke move right there. Past the 40. He's got room to go down the sideline inside the 25-yard line. And Ryan Helinski, he gave his own little Drew Lock impression there and kind of owed to him, right? Because that looked, that was impressive.
That was very impressive. Helinski said, Justin, whatever you can do, I can do better.
Indeed, indeed. And that right there is a huge pickup for the Gamecocks of South Carolina here with 4:20 to go in the first quarter. Hi-oh. And the clock continues to run here. Ball to 24.
I really think he just needs, this run game is work. I think personally he needs to switch it up. And then, because you can't do the same thing as Baker. I tried and it did not work. So you definitely have to switch it up, and looks like he's running it with a nice little about 7-yard gain. Zaquandre White again, man, he's all over the field right now.
And that's well above his average of 4.5 yards a carry. So you want to see those kind of numbers coming from him tonight. You're going to need every single yard of that to stay in this ballgame.
Definitely, yeah. Deez is gonna, as I said, just you got to play your game. Don't push anything. Don't force anything. Just take it slow, and use all the time you have, because Baker's just like hardcore. He goes down there fast and scores. All of his games have been high scoring, so he's going to go down there and score. But you got to make sure you get points on the board, even if it's a field goal.
All right, split set here for Helinski. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He's going to hand it off up the middle on the read option. Big gainer right there for Zaquandre Wright. 11 more yards on the ground for South Carolina, and it's first and goal. They're going to hurry up right here. Let's see what they do. And defense is getting all in check here. 3 down linemen for the Buckeyes. 4 linebackers is going to be a screenplay over to the left. Dumps it off to the halfback, and he's close to the goal line, but gets stood up. 4-yard gainer there, and if he was any more close, it would have been a touchdown.
No, not like that. Not like that.
I would say just run this in. Deez has been very impressive this drive. That run with Helinski definitely set it all up, and this is going to be a fun one. This is, like I said, I think your score might be going closer to the right one, but this is going to be a shootout.
Monster formation here, and he's going to throw it over to the right-hand side, and he's got his man. What is that? Who's that? Smith got it. Touchdown. Oh, God. Dropped my controller. Got so excited.
Not necessarily.
That's definitely I bring that formation. That formation can be great, or it can turn out to a complete nightmare. So if your guys do not get that block on the outside on that play, that can be a pick six all day.
Oh, absolutely. It's one of those passes that you have to make sure that you've got it open before you sling it out there. Talk about a close one when you're not in the right positioning in that situation. But thankfully for him, it was easy, and he looked like he just walked right in.
Exactly. So we got South Carolina with the kickoff. Let's see if Ohio State will return this. I think Baker's going to return this. Yep.
There he comes. Going to bounce it outside. He's at the 20, trying to get over that corner, but can't. Julian Fleming, a 27-yard return there for the Buckeyes. That'll put the ball at the 22-yard line, and we'll get to see if we get any more quarterback run here, Breezes, as I expect that with that success, you would think maybe a lot of read option coming from the Buckeyes, right?
Oh, yes, definitely. I would keep feeding the run game, especially if they're not getting on that outside, because, yep.
There it is. There's the run right there by Reaper. He's going to get a first down easily, and that's going to move the ball up to the 33-yard line, and they're going to go hurry up offense here. Drew Lock getting everybody aligned here. Gamecocks, 3 down linemen again. He's got Reaper directly behind him, got his fullback back there. He's going to roll out to his right. He's looking. Plenty of time to throw it. Sitting back there at the 25. Now throwing over and getting his man out of bounds and hitting him in the chest. Good pass, just not in bounds.
Yeah, definitely. D has played good contain right there. And I personally think D's probably should run a QB contain all game because Justin Fields has at any time he can run for 80, 90 yards. So you definitely got to keep an eye on him the entire time.
Absolutely. Here we go in the gun once again is Drew Lock. He's going to hand this one off to Reaper over the left-hand side, and he's going to get 8 yards there on the carry. Good decision there to hand that one off. That's going to be a 3rd and short. They're not going to waste any time here. 2:26 to go here in the first quarter. 3rd and 2 for Ohio State. 7 apiece. Moving some pieces around here is Drew Lock. He's got a man in motion. That's his wide receiver. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. He's got Reaper in his right hip pocket. Here's the snap, looking over to his left. Got a man on a slant route, and that's going to be complete for a first down about the 50-yard line. A 9-yard gain there for Garrett Wilson. First down, Buckeyes.
Great play call, something short and simple. Make sure you get it out so D's didn't have time to blitz him, so that was a great play by Baker.
Here we go again. Snap. Makes the handoff this time, rolling out to his right, throwing into coverage and had a safety back there, but couldn't make the pick. That was well overthrown and a dangerous pass there.
That right there is just the difference between if that's a pass thrown to Baker's defense, that's probably an interception because the talent he has on that defense compared to South Carolina's defense with probably not as many athletes and as much speed on that defense.
Yeah, that talent gap right now not being a factor so far, but right there you make your case right there. That could be a situational advantage there for Ohio State due to the talent gap. There you go. Drew Locks takes the snap here. He's looking. Throwing this one deep. No, it's going to be short round underneath and dropped. Or no, we caught it. 7-yard gain. Good catch. That looked really low to the ground.
Yeah, Reaper with some good hands there. Great reception to hold on to the ball and not let it get knocked out from the big hit from the defense.
All right, 3rd and 3 here. Another 3rd and short. They didn't throw anything underneath last time. They were very aggressive. Let's see if they continue that same mantra. Drew Lock standing in the pocket, and there goes the pressure and a huge sack there to force a punt. My goodness. Kingsley getting back there to make the sack right there. Unbelievable. And right there is what you needed.
That was phenomenal. That was a great sack. Great coverage, really, because that's what it led to. Because there was only a 4-man rush on that one.
Yeah, and it's all 6'4", 270 pounds of that man was felt on Drew Lock right there. Here's the return. Slips a tackle over the left-hand side. Good job there by Shi Smith getting 7 yards there on the return. So let's see if Deez can take control here. He's got all the momentum after that huge sack. All he's got to do is march 63 yards. Or, sorry, 73 yards. My math is terrible. I'm a bear, though, so don't judge me. First and 10 here. A bunch set over here to the right for Helinski. He's got Shi Smith in his... Oh, that's actually his top wide receiver there. That's going to be White over there in his right hip pocket. He's looking over to his side, and he's going to get picked off. And here he comes the other way. He's at the 20, 15, makes the move back at the 10, and he's going to be inside the 5-yard line. Helinski doesn't throw a pick six, but he might as well have, because that sets them up right on the doorstep. Thought he had his man over there on that left-hand side, and dropping back into coverage was the linebacker. Big-time play there, and that puts Baker in business.
I think that might be the first smile we've seen on Baker's face all day.
And he's got his man in the gun. There's the keeper for Drew Lock. Good job there on the defensive side. And Baker's been stopped inside the 5-yard line before.
Yes, he has. Deez can't get down on himself. Yeah, he made a mistake, but you got to get right back on defense and just play well like you have been. It's still a tie game. Anything can happen. So just keep playing well, good defense, and keep watching the run because I don't see Baker passing. But I'm just an announcer. What do I know? I'm an Oklahoma State fan. All we do is throw interceptions.
Yeah, that's honest talk right there, coming from a diehard fan. That must hurt a little bit. And they're going to take a timeout here as he didn't like what he had with 21 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And Emig's bringing up a great point. That was not a linebacker. It was corner 7 Banks there with the interception. So add that one to his tally as he's had a great season for the Buckeyes so far.
He has. I think we're going to see a run play on this here, but we will see what Baker has drawn up.
Oh, you're good. You're good, Logan.
Yeah, he's their leading tackler, and now that is his first interception on the year. Here's a handoff to Reaper, and once again, just getting stuffed. And like you said, if you know the if you know the run is coming, you're going to stack that box. That's exactly what Deez is doing. And right now it's working wonders as his defensive line is getting a great push.
Yeah, it definitely is. Let's see, is Baker going to try to get this call off, or is he just going to let it go for the second quarter?
And I think he's going to end it right there, 7 apiece, as we're here in Columbus. Big-time game going on right here. South Carolina hanging in right here, hoping to get a goal line stand against a very, very vaunted Ohio State offense. Let's see if the Buckeyes just squeeze this one by him, or if it's going to be one of those where we're sitting here on 4th down wondering if he's going to go for it. He's got a man in motion. Fullback's going to hand this one off, and once again just stumped. My goodness. And getting back there for the Gamecocks. Who was that? Oh, they're not going to tell us. Anyways, great hit. My goodness.
That's a big time stop. That is, but Deez can't afford those interceptions, so he's definitely got to get back and go. And right down the middle, great kick from the Ohio State kicker, and it is now 10-7.
Well, that kick is going to split the uprights for the Buckeyes, and they're going to have a 3-point lead, but that's a sigh of relief if you're a South Carolina fan, because that could have been way worse.
Oh, yeah, and South Carolina's stepping up right now. They're playing extremely well.
It's a return over the right-hand side. He's at the 30, 35. DeAndre White inside the 35, passed it to about the 37-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. At 38. Great return there, and that's going to set up Ryan Helinski in this offense. Let's hope not for a turnover here. We'd like to see some fireworks from these Gamecocks and have them at least tack on a field goal and keep them in it, right?
Oh, definitely. I think he needs to take his time. He definitely wants to run some of that clock because he does not want to give which there's still 6 minutes in the second quarter, but you really don't want to give Baker, because Baker gets ball, right? I think, Baker get ball because Deez got it first. So you definitely don't want to be down by a touchdown or more at half and Baker getting the ball back. So Deez definitely has to go down there and score.
4-yard gainer there on that handoff to the halfback. 2nd and 6 here for the Gamecocks. They're going to come out here. They've got a wide receiver on each side. Split back set here with the fullback as well. Here goes Helinski. He pitches in. The ball is free. And that's going to be scooped up. And there he goes. There goes Wade. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Buckeyes. The scoop and score. Oh, he pitched the ball back in. They got tackled. And that ball was on the ground for a long time. He had a chance, Breezes.
Yeah, that's it. We all know how that is. We all know how that option is and how that happens to all of us. And that's why the triple option game is so scary. But Deez has got to keep his morale up and go down there and he's going to get right back on the field. Like I said at the beginning of the game, that's not the middle mistakes you can make. You definitely have to
turnovers on the first play of back-to-back drives for South Carolina, and this one is getting a little tough, but you just very much in this game. This is not over at all. And here's the return. He's at the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 into the 36-yard line is Shi Smith. Another good return there, Breezes. And a lot of firsts for the Ohio State Buckeyes, as that's Shaun Wade's first fumble recovery on the season, and you had Sevyn Banks with his first pick today. So everybody on defense getting a chance to shine a little bit for the Buckeyes so far.
Definitely. Let's see what Deez can bring out there with Helinski. We might want to stay away from the triple option.
Here's the snap, rolling over to his right, looking, standing at about the 31, and launches this one deep into coverage and almost picked off. My goodness, Sevyn Banks again almost had pick number 2 right there.
Just forcing it, like I said, when he got down against Caz. I mean, I do it too. I did it all game against Baker, so it's no disrespect to Deez. It's anybody that plays NCAA. Once you get down, you start forcing it.
All right, here we go. In the gun once again is Helinski. He's got White in his right hip pocket, looking forward over to the left-hand side. Got a man again on an outpost route, and that route's been very kind to him. Nick Muse is one of his favorite targets. 17 yards there. That's only his first catch. Got to get him more involved.
Oh, definitely. That's a beautiful route. And I think D should look at, maybe getting some audibles over there from the sideline to sit and get the offense coordinator send some stuff in. Once you see that defense, you see some man coverage, more than likely you'll be able to run a corner route or an out route. You gotta look and see what advantages you have.
Here's the keeper for Helinski, and he's not going to go anywhere. That's going to be back in the backfield. It's going to be Sean Wade getting back there, and that was actually the halfback getting the carry. And the Wildcat.
That looks like they run. Yeah, a little Wildcat. They ran it with Joyner. So yeah, he's a receiver, a third string, or a backup running back.
He's the receiver, I believe. I could be wrong.
Oh, and then look at that!
Oh my goodness!
You said the Muse, keep feeding them. He's feeding Muse.
He's feeding them all right, and that right there is going to set up a 1st and 10, and you're very much in this ball game with a score here, and you're going to need it because Baker's offense is humming along. Oh, wait, never mind. It's his defense that's really giving you fits.
His that's the scary part. If his defense is doing this good and his offense having a chance, what's going to happen when he gets his offense back on the field?
Split back set here, looking over to the right-hand side. Crow route over there, found his man, Shi Smith again, 14 yards there. And Smith continuing to make big plays for the Gamecocks.
Yeah, big play. I mean, that we all know the crow route's going to work. You just got to be smart with it because sometimes they will press you. Like Ohio State has some great athletes and great defenders on the corner. You got a star player right on the right side right there, so you got to be careful with those. But Deez keeps playing his game. He's definitely not of it as long as we get a score right here.
The handoff on the option to Zaquandre White. It's going to be 4-yard gainer there. And be 7-17 still here. 4:27 to go. 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line. So hopefully we see some points here for Deez. And hopefully a touchdown. As last time it took Baker a couple tries to get in. Let's see how many tries it takes Deez.
Yeah, hopefully we don't see a Seattle Seahawks slant route right here.
Don't remind me of that. I don't want to relive that. Even though it was beneficial, I don't want to relive it. It was one of the hardest games for me to watch as a fan. 3rd and goal. Again, a nice stop there by Ohio State, kind of giving Deez a little bit of his own medicine here on the goal line. So 3rd and goal here. You toss this one right here, kind of get him off guard, or do you think he's expecting that?
I would at least spread it out, even if it's a run. Spread out your receivers, even if it's a designed quarterback run off a pass, where you know you're going to scramble. At least spread the field out. Oh, he looks like I don't
center here.
Yeah.
And in motion. Hand it off over that left-hand side. No dice. 4th and goal. I think you got to go here. I mean, look, you can kick the field goal, and you can be down 7. But the way this offense is humming along, you could be down 14 before halftime. And as you said, Buckeyes get the ball out of half. So, I mean, I think you got to go here.
Yeah, definitely. Because, I mean, if he doesn't get it, Baker is on the 3-yard line. I mean, unless he doesn't take a loss. And that's definitely hard. You don't really try to do anything too risky out of that.
All right, here we go. Here's that monster set again. Spreading out that defense, like you said. Maybe we'd like to see this on 3rd down. Warner is going to be moving around here. Baker's using him. There's the snap over to the left-hand side. No dice. He's going to get stopped. Shi Smith is going to get gang tackled inside the 3-yard line. And there's the turnover on downs. And as you said, at least he's pinned back.
Yeah, and I don't like that play calling 4th down. The monster set is there's not too many passes you can throw out of it. It's pretty predictable.
Here's the handoff to Reaper, shedding tackles, just shrugging off South Carolina defenders and picking up 6, making immediate breathing room here for Drew Lock and company. And I mean, this could be one of those drives where maybe Baker wants to slow it down here, maybe take the rest of the half to really get something going, or do you just try to take shots here and just run it like you were and give yourself a chance to go up 24-7 possibly?
I say take shots because Deez hasn't shown he's been able to stop the Ohio State team yet. So, I mean, if it's not broken, don't fix it, you know?
All right, 4 wide here for Drew Lock. He's got his halfback to his right-hand side. Here is the snap coming back to him. He's going to hand this one off, and Reaper is going to take it for a 1st down and more. Big run there, 11 yards from Tareen Reaper. And once again, you see that run game rearing its ugly head, and South Carolina just can't stop it.
They cannot. They're not getting people off the line. Ohio State's blocking, and their offense line just seems way too dominant for South Carolina. And if I was Baker, I would just run this down the field, waste all the time, get your points, and then come back and get the ball again.
Same formation here. Still 3 down linemen for the Gamecocks, 3 linebackers behind them. Lots of movement here. Here's a handoff to Fleming, and that one's going to get stuffed. Good job there. Nothing going on that one. Took too long to develop there, Breezes.
Oh, yeah. Baker, I mean, Deez did play good defense there, and that's what he's got to do. We know Baker gets the ball back, but if we can get a stop and not score 17-7, is much more manageable going into the second half than 24-7.
Yeah, but here's a handoff, though, to Reaper. Big running room there, 3rd and short. He's going to pick up a big chunk there, 3rd and 1 now. Clock ticking under 1:40 to go. A lot of time, really, Breezes, ticking off this clock. I wonder when you'll start to see maybe some timeouts used or even just hurry up offense.
Baker seems pretty confident what he's doing, and Deez doesn't want to, because if Deez calls a timeout right here and then Baker goes and gets a massive play, that means just gives Baker more time. So I like the no timeout call right there.
Here we go. 5 yards behind the center. Drew Lock. Reaper standing behind him, looking for a slant route over that left-hand side, and that one is almost intercepted. Garrett Wilson snagging that one away from the defender as that looked like South Carolina ball almost.
I thought that was an interception for sure. It looked like he drifted over into his zone and was able to pick it off, but a great completion from Baker.
2 wide receivers here to the left for Drew Lock. Halfback to the left-hand side. Here's the snap, looking. Taking his time, throwing this one deep down the middle of the field. Got him, man. It's Fleming inside the 10-5. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And there's that big play you were talking about, Breezes. And that could be a huge dagger in the chances that Deez has of making this uphill battle look as easy on any level.
That was beautiful. The safety just didn't jump for the ball. I think there might be need to have a talk with the defensive coordinator over there because he obviously was not doing squats this week to be able to jump up and get that.
Yeah, not even a wink of an attempt there by the defensive back, and it was costly. As here comes the kick. Now, here's the other thing, though. The other side of this is if Deez can get points here before halftime, you're absolutely still in it.
Yeah, I really think. But at the same time, I'd say go for it, but him forcing it would definitely not be something good. That would not be good at all because if Baker can go score and get 31-7 in the first half, the game is pretty much over at that point.
All right, here we go. 24-7. Deez with the football here. South Carolina coming out down 17. 50 seconds to go here before halftime. Kalinski's going to take this one himself over the right-hand side on the read option, picking up 4. No timeouts being used on either side here. Looks like Deez is just trying to take this one into the second half. Do you like that call? No, he's never mind. He's on the phone.
Okay, there we go. Sorry about that, guys.
So no timeout there, Breezes. He's going to let this one probably go into the half. You like that decision?
I mean, it's better than causing a turnover. I mean, Baker's just been completely dominant in this game. So it makes sense. I mean, I don't know if I would do the same thing, but I understand where the mindset's coming from, especially it already being 24-7.
Split back set here, and he is taking this one all the way down. Here is the handoff, and that's going to get stacked up. What a hit right there. My goodness, Pete Werner coming up and laying the wood on Zaquandre White, and that'll take us into halftime. This one a little bit wider of a margin than it probably should be. I mean, a lot of goal line stands here, a lot of good defensive plays, maybe some poor decision on Deez's part on a couple of those, especially I think that pitch where you had your quarterback with plenty of room to run over that left-hand side and just, I don't know, maybe got a little bit of a twitchy finger and just kind of pushed that left bumper and left that one on the ground for Shaun Wade to scoop and score there for the Buckeyes. What are your thoughts coming out of this?
A lot of mental mistakes. There's been a lot of mental mistakes. D is good enough to be in this game. So he just got to calm down and relax, come back in the second half and be ready to play. And Baker's not an easy opponent, man. He ran my brakes off. So I completely understand getting dominated. But Deez is good enough to come back. He's got to settle down, get a stop, score, and then go on from there.
Yeah, we've seen him create stops. We've seen the offense score. We've seen it do everything it needs to do to stay in this ball game. It's just a couple plays here and there, and that's usually what it is in this league. It's usually one or two plays that really can dictate how the game ends up going. I mean, you can go back to several games that we've seen this week and look at plays where players had a chance to take all the momentum and get back in a game, and there's a fumble or, they throw a pick. It's just one of those things that happens and really, ends up kind of dictating the direction some of these games go.
Definitely. I don't know. I think Deez needs to switch some. I think he's got to keep feeding Muse. Muse has been dominant. Baker's not. That's the one person Baker's not been able to stop. So going after Muse, Deez, if he keeps hitting Muse, I think he can get some scores. I know it's a little cheesy to go after one, keep hitting one player, but if it's working and that's what you got to do, you got to do it.
Absolutely, and I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, his two catches that he's have been wide open, and they've led to big plays. So. And also, just in general, that outpost route on that left side been very generous for D. So he's had plays that have been designed to be successful, and he's made the right reads and the right passes. And then you turn around, and the next thing you know, it's going the other way. It just seems like one of those games where everything's got to go perfectly well, or you're in trouble.
We have a fan call in. They wanted to know what happens when the bear waves his arms.
Yeah, that's the arms. Yeah, I don't show them because they're shaved. You don't see it, but the T-shirt, I'm shaved from the elbow down. It's
you like
just
to keep it clean shaven for the fans.
Yeah, and I don't show it because I don't want Twitch to think it's TOS or anything.
Gotcha,
It's a lot of skin. It's a lot of skin.
So it's like the Adam Schefter ESPN commercials where he's wearing a fake suit and he's got no pants on when he's doing his stuff from home. Sounds about right.
I like the Clayton one where he's got the mullet, and John Clayton's got the mullet and he's rocking out. That was a good one. I like that one too. He lives with his mother. I like that.
So what's your predictions now that we have the first half over? What is your predictions for final score?
I mean, right now, yeah, Mom, I'm doing a segment. Yeah, that was great. 20. I mean, he's down by 17. You got to get some points on the board, and you got to stop him coming out of this first half. Right now, it looks like Baker's going to be, in my estimation, winning this right now. I don't know, probably. Right now, it's looking like 49-21, something like that. Because I think Deez is going to score again. I don't think you can stop his offense for the rest of the game. I think that they've moved the ball efficiently enough and put themselves in position several times to make themselves in position to score. So I think they're going to do that repeatedly. So I expect him to once again get opportunities.
Yeah. He's a coach and a singer. Wow. He wins our hearts, man.
It's like that time at the quad with all those girls.
Gray clouds roll over the hills, bringing darkness from above. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like not?
Might be better than the Weeknd's halftime performance, to be honest.
This is definitely better. G12 outplays the Super Bowl every week.
Yeah, take that, Pepsi, you second-rate cola jerks.
Yeah, go ahead and sponsor us, Pepsi. That we still love you.
Yeah, please.
Well, we'll take a spot. We'll take some G12 Nike shirts too. If Nike wants to sponsor us.
Come on, Phil Knight. Where you at, buddy? Come on, man.
We're rocking the green.
Where you at, Phil?
Where do we begin? The rubble or our sins? And the
what is it GTA? Who's dead right there? Is that a dead body? Can we show people a dead body? Are we allowed to show people dead bodies on here? I didn't know that was allowed. Hey kids, you want to see a dead body? There it was. Clip it and ship it, boys.
So that's how Baker's winning. He's actually murdering people off stream.
Yeah, that's what's going on. He's actually murking people. I figured there was some cheating going on, but I never thought murder was the way to go. But hey, I mean, to each their own, right? I mean.
So I have mine is 49-14, same score that I finished at. That's going to be the final score.
What did you say? I'm sorry. I had cotton in my bare ears. What?
I said 49-14 is my reevaluated score. Same score that Baker put up on me.
Okay. Bakervision wants to know what's happening.
Deez was just playing his halftime show, Baker.
Yeah, he's
and we saw you murdering people off stream.
Yeah.
On GTA. So, Mr. Bear, we also had I had a fan question buzz in earlier that I forgot to ask you. They want to know, when are you going to change shirts and do you do laundry?
When am I going to change shirt? Look, that's coming soon. I've got some people working on some clothing for me. All right, there's things in the work. We're getting some clothing done. I'm having some people put together some stuff for me, so hopefully I can get that done. But for right now, this has been the only shirt I've been wearing. Look, there's not a lot of tourists, but when stuff comes through, you just kind of take what you can get, and that fisherman had it coming.
Okay, let's see. Do we have another one buzzing in? All right, looks like we're back to the game.
I want to make a change.
All right, 24-7. Setting up to kick here are the Gamecocks. Hopefully that defense for Deez can get going, as this one is underway here in the second half. 7 minutes back on the clock. Fleming back to receive this one 3 yards deep. He's at the 15, he's at the 20, 25, 30. And drug across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And that's going to be a 1st and 10 there at the 30. So actually a little shorter than I thought, but still good position there for Baker.
Oh, definitely. That was a beautiful return. And just a quick little, we are 2 followers away from 770, so we are 32 from that big 800 mark on the G12 network.
All right, here we go. Handoff here to Reaper over the left-hand side. Plenty of room over there. And once again, this outside running game, Breeze, is just breaking down this Gamecock defense. And you hate to see it for Deez, because you really want him to get a stop here. But if you can't stop it, you're just going to keep going to it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Baker was able to do against me. And, I mean, I learned the hard way. But, yeah, you got to get those lines. You got to get – I don't know what you need to audible into, or – because obviously you can hot route your defenders as well, but you've got to get that outside. I would much rather Baker run up the middle each time. Because look, that's, what was that? Probably maybe a 6-yard gain. It's better than a 9 to 10-yard gain.
All right, 1st and 10 here at the 44-yard line for the Buckeyes. New set of downs here for Ohio State. Still in their own territory.
It's a big drive. I mean, I really do. If Deez can get a stop, the game's right back in his hands. But if he can't, I'm gonna pretty much gonna be game at that point.
All right, 2nd and 10 there. That's a good defensive play there, as you stop Reaper for no gain.
It definitely did not look like he went down. We must have Big 12's ref in this game.
See what Baker does here on this 2nd and 10, coming out double tight end set to the right-hand side. He's got Reaper right behind him. Gonna hand it off to him up the middle, and that one is stuffed for a gain of 2. So 3rd and long here, and this is one of those plays you gotta have if you're Deez.
Oh, definitely. Like I said, you see what Deez is getting. He's running up the middle now, and it's a lot better for Deez. So I would take the up the middle runs, but I can see, okay, it looks like, I mean, Deez has got to keep you contained. Last time, if he can guard those receivers long enough, his defense line will get to the quarterback.
Lock looking over in the middle, and a diving catch being made. My goodness, the tight end with a huge catch. Oh my, laid out for that one.
There's nothing Deez could. That was good defense, but he was just a better offense.
All right, here we go. Fresh set of downs after that great completion. Here's going to be the handoff up the middle, cuts it back to the left-hand side, picking up 3, 2nd and 7.
Good defensive stop. Deez is playing a lot better defense in the second half to start out, so that's a positive. Even if he loses this game, you get the positive point of the defense is playing better.
The right-hand side looking, and Fleming makes the catch, first down, big gain there. He was wide open, too. I don't know what happened there.
I do not know what happened, but it looks like they brought the blitz, and it just wasn't fast enough to stay with Deez's corners, or whoever's guarding safety corner linebacker, which is not fast enough to stay with the receivers. So, because it looks like he brought the all-out blitz down the middle, and it just the offense line held up like they have all game.
Here we go. In the gun once again. Hand off to Reaper over that left-hand side. That one's going backwards, Breezes, and that's a really good hit on Reaper in the backfield.
Something South Carolina's not been able to do all game. That was a beautiful, great defensive play call. And, like I said, their defense is playing 100 times better this second half. So you got to keep it up, and hopefully if they can stop him to a field goal, he'll miss it.
There is the handoff to Reaper again. He gets 8 of those yards back, and that's going to be a 3rd and manageable, especially for Baker. 3rd and 6 might as well be 3rd and 3.
Oh, definitely. That was a big missed tackle because he had him in the backfield too, and he whiffed on it and missed it. So we will see what can happen on this 3rd and 6. Big play, big play for Deez right here. Get a stop. 20-point game is a lot better. Is a whole lot better than. Yeah, that one thing. I don't know how to count. Sorry, guys. Oh,
wow, what a play there. 1st and 10, great dump off on the last second, too.
He just kind of stopped. Just did his little step back. I couldn't even see if he did a step back or he just stood on 2 feet and said, I don't know how to run anymore.
They come under center this time. Handoff. Reaper up the middle again, 2nd and 4. They just keep feeding the beast.
No, it's not cheating. It's not cheating. I mean, I roll out, right? I roll out.
Averages 121 yards a game.
He's close to it if he's not. Do we know what he's at right now?
I didn't see it. I missed it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna front.
He'll run a couple. He'll run a couple more times. I think we'll be able to see it.
Yeah, have a hunch. I mean, look, we're not even through the 3rd quarter yet, and right now, Ohio State looking to break this one open to a 24-point deficit. In the gun here is Drew Lock. He's changing some things back there, about 4 yards behind the center. He's got Reaper right behind him. He's going to hand this one off. It's going to be stuffed. 3rd and 2, and once again, you see this South Carolina defense just being so strong inside that 5-yard line, Breezes. Can they do it again?
This is usually where it falls apart because Baker runs something that he usually doesn't run, but we will see. I hope we hope we can. And at this point, what do you do if you're Baker on 4? I say go for it. There's nothing to lose at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you're up 17. I mean, and like last time, you pin them back inside their own 5-yard line and get them sweating a little bit with no room.
Exactly. And I mean, we saw him in the Caz and hardcore game. When Caz was down deep through it, that interception changed the game, so that could be something. Oh, and they don't need it because no.
Oh, they got a 1st and goal inside the 2-yard line to about the half-yard line. So now you got to have a goal line stand from inside the 1. So they didn't let them score, but they also let them get the 1st down. So as close as you could possibly get to the goal line is where the ball will be placed. Really got to sell out now, I think.
Oh, definitely. We definitely got to sell out. I mean, I knew that was too open.
There's a little quarterback keeper there, and Drew locks into the end zone, and that's going to make this a 23-point lead with the extra point pending. Big-time drive there by Baker. A couple huge plays, especially that diving grab by the tight end, really set that drive up for success.
Like another follow. Thank you for joining the G12 Network, guys. Word 12. Thank you for joining, man. Welcome in.
Welcome. Here we go. The kickoff for the Buckeyes. And I believe this is the first possession, right? Or for Deez?
Yeah, it is.
A lot of time taken off that clock, man, as here comes a return from White, and he's going to get only to about the 20-yard line. So not a great return there, but not the worst field position you could start with. So manageable, but let's see if they can get a score here and try to keep this one in miracle status, right? I mean, you're trying to score quickly here. You're also trying to get stops on defense. It's a lot of moving parts right here for South Carolina. See if they can get things moving fluidly here as Helinski comes under center. He's going to have two guys in his backfield, his fullback and his halfback. He's got his wide receiver going in motion. It was going to be a wide receiver pass, and to no avail as that one is shut down immediately. Didn't buy that for a second, did they?
No, they did not. I like the play call, though, but just not against this Ohio State. Ohio State's just too good, man. Same thing with me. No matter what I would have done, even if I would have played a perfect game, the Oklahoma State athletes are just not as good as the Ohio State athletes.
Sometimes it really does come down to that, and you're kind of seeing that a little bit with just the way that defensive line for Ohio State's getting penetration. You go back to that goal line stand where you had a chance to cut it to 10, just couldn't get it done. And Helinski's once again in the gun. Fullback to his left-hand side. He's got his halfback back there to block, looking over to his right-hand side. There's that outpost route again. Finds his man. Good job holding on to that one. That'll move the chains.
Beautiful play call, beautiful run pass. It feels like once you get down by this much, it is a little bit easier to feel comfortable and run the playbook that you want to play.
Absolutely. But at the same time, you would have liked to see some more of that early on in the game, try to get the ball moving that way. And like you said, you thought that maybe Deez would like to run the football, but right now, I think the passing game has actually paid off a little bit more for him.
Oh, definitely. The passing game's Helinski's slinging the ball out there, playing pretty well. He just has the one. They just throw that one interception. Is that all we have so far? I think.
Yeah, I believe so. No turnovers for Ohio State, and that's huge as well, as turnover differential in the G12 is ginormous when it comes to winning ball games.
That's the biggest. That's the biggest thing. Oh, there we go. Another good pass.
Ooh, there's a good little route there. Oh my goodness, almost shedded that one, Breezes. Holy crap! And that's Joyner again making a huge play.
Deez really should use his. He's got some big weapons out there, a receiver and tight end. I think you've got to target them. Ohio State is athletic and is very talented, but they do have a smaller DB core.
First and 10. Ball at the 50. Pitch out. Here's the wide receiver pass again, was looking for it. Now he's going to throw on the run, and a diving one-handed catch being made there. It's impressive, but it only picks up 3.
A little Patrick Mahomes action going on over at South Carolina.
Second and 7 here. Ball at the Ohio State 47-yard line here to start the fourth quarter. And 7 minutes on the clock here. Not a lot of time to work with. You want to score quickly here, get the ball back, score again. And if you can make it a 10-point game with relatively a decent amount of time left, you could probably even play for one more stop and cut this to 3 before you have to take an onside kick. But maybe I'm dreaming here.
Hey, dreaming's good, man. Dreaming is good, Stoney. You got to do something. Obviously, when things aren't working, you got to try to do whatever you can do to get down the field.
There's a good catch there on an angle route. It's going to be 3rd and 4. Let's see if South Carolina can pick this up. They're going to need to go for it regardless, so I expect nothing but them continuing this drive. Should be able to pick up 4 yards in 2 plays.
Yeah, because obviously 4 down territory being down 31-7. So clearing out the backfield, see what we got. He played it. He knew it was coming, and he still caught it. Great reception by the South Carolina offense. Who was that? Was that the running back? What was his? I can't even remember his name, to be honest.
DeAndre White, was that DeAndre White with that catch? Was that 11?
I think it was. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's one of his top targets. He likes to throw it to him. He just needs to do it more, I feel like. Here's the keeper from Helinski over the right-hand side. Got a man to try to miss and couldn't get the second one, though. 7 Banks with the tackle. 6-yard gain there.
have questions in from the fans. They want to make sure that the bear is not, he doesn't have SWAT teams flying above him right now in the forest.
Yeah, look, man. I can't control this heater, man. I'm telling you, I'm running on like generator power out here. I mean, I crap in the woods, y'all. What do you think? What kind of state of affairs do you think I live in? You think I live in a house? There's a sack. They can't take that. That's going to be 3rd and long. And that's going to set up a forced pass probably here. You could probably screen pass here. This is 2-play territory here, so the playbook is still wide open here. It could be a short little underneath pattern. Doesn't have to be something that picks up the whole entire first down here. But, with 5.5 minutes to go and the clock's still running, I mean, you got to kind of force it down the field a little bit.
It looks like the middle might be open depending on how that safety goes over the top. No, he switched to the middle.
Ooh, there's the route that you were looking for, that one that's kind of in between those two levels of defense. Going to set up a 4th and short. And that's Otre Smith there with the catch there, the junior out of Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. Hurry up offense here, no hesitation, but still in the gun. I don't know if I like being in the gun here on 4th and 1. But we'll see how it works out for him. Here's the snap. Got to get it off quick. Found his man. And guess who?
Was it Zaquandre again, or is it Muse?
Looked like it was Muse there on that right side.
Muse is he's a good target. I wonder what his stat. I kind of want to, I'm gonna look at his stats after we advance the week and see, because he looks like somebody he should definitely be targeted more.
Whoa, looking to the back of the end zone. Had 2 guys wide open and missed them both. So with 4:52 to go here in the 4th, ball at the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal here. Still play defense after this. You don't have to go for the onside kick if you score here, but definitely got to act with a little more sense of urgency if you want to give yourself a chance. Here is going to be the snap out of a split back set. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to left. Changes some things at the line before he does it, though. He's going to be a little screen pass dump off, and what an acrobatic catch. But a better tackle there as White makes the reception, which was very impressive, but it goes nowhere.
Yeah, that it didn't go anywhere, but at least it was not an interception, like you said. They got the ball. I honestly might have gone for that field goal on that 4th down, but that's just me. Because either way,
it's 3rd down now, so.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean on the 4th down, he had the 4th
Oh,
and
yeah.
1.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, to make it possibly 17.
Because he's going to have to go for a field goal at some point anyway.
Yeah, I mean, look, but you got the 2-yard line. I probably would have gone for it too, so I don't blame him. And there is going to be a huge catch. My goodness, he slipped that one in there. Woo, that looked dangerous from Helinski, but it's good for a touchdown. 4:17 to go.
That was definitely a dangerous pass, but hey, man, you converted. That's what matters, right?
Right. If you can score and squeeze that ball in there, like I was talking about before the game started, you can really do some magical things. And right there, Helinski put a little bit of that NCAA magic on it, got it to his receiver. Here is going to be the normal kickoff from the Gamecocks with 4:17 to go. Slimy's going to take it out 9 yards deep. He's at the 15. Going to try to cut it back across. He's not going to be able to, though, and he's only going to get to about the 20. Let's see where they mark him at. 19 yards.
So do you think with the score it is, would you turn it to aggressive tackling, or would you still keep it normally?
I mean, look, like we've stated before, South Carolina is playing with lesser athletes. I mean, you got to gamble here, but is that the right move? You want to have a guy like Reaper break 90 tackles and just go score? I don't know. I mean, he breaks normal tackles, so I don't know if I want to have an increased chance of him breaking tackles coming at me. I don't know. He seems like he can hold on to the ball pretty well, too, so ripping it out may not be the way to go, because that's who they're going to put the ball in their hands as he gains 9 right there.
Definitely. I mean, he's tough to tackle. He probably broke 15 to 20 tackles just in my game alone, so I can't even imagine what he's done in the entire season so far.
Yeah, exactly.
I can tell you here in a second. Here is going to be the handoff to him once again, and he's just going to pick up a first down by himself. No surprise there. Move the chains. And tick, 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 tick. That's the sound of any chance Deez has at all, slowly fading into the night.
So for our fans out there watching the broadcast, and for the insight of the end man that has beat Baker, what was your key to stopping him?
Really, it came down to having the fortunate, and I'm going to be honest with you, the fortunate chance of having the ability to play with Clemson, because really having those guys out there, it's one of the few teams that really matches up, on even playing fields as far as overall players. So you kind of can let your defense play man and stuff like that. If I was Deez, I don't think I'd be able to play man, just because, like I said, I'll get beat by those wide receivers all day long. You just have better speed. So I would probably play a lot of zone if I was Deez, just because, I could be wrong about that. But a handoff here once again, and you just see him just tearing up the South Carolina defense once again. They just can't stop him. He's so good. And I pulled up his stats for the year. It says he has 0 broken tackles. I think this thing is broken. There's no way. There's no way. He's had like 90 this game alone. So obviously NCAA not keeping track of Reaper's broken tackles. Says
maybe they're ready to put the ban hammer on them. Maybe they have some recruiting violations against Ohio State, and that's why they're not tracking their stats.
All right, and there's going to be a run there for Reaper over that right-hand side, and that's going to be a first down.
That's pretty much going to seal it right there.
That's going to probably use the rest of his clock. I think Deez knew after he got those first 2 first downs that this was not going to be something he was going to be able to do without just putting 10 guys in the box and selling all out. So, I mean, this is one of those games where if you're Deez, you just got to chalk it up to, look, Ohio State's a great player, a great team, and Baker's a great player. So, I mean, it kind of goes hand in hand. You have great player, great team. You're going to have a lot of games that aren't as close as they probably should be. And for Baker, you look at this as one of those games that you chalk up to just playing everything went as planned, and those turnovers, especially that scoop and score, really opened it up for you.
Exactly. Baker played great. Baker's great sportsmanship too. He did the same thing against me. He could have gone down and scored and got 56, but even great sport. He worked with me when I had my Xbox troubles, and so bravo to them. It wasn't the game that everyone wanted to see. It wasn't the game how Deez wanted to turn out, but Deez had some great improvements in the second half. So you've got to look at the positives when you're taking the loss, and the defense played outstanding in the second half. So he can get a complete game out of that. Deez will make some great competition in the second part of the season.
Absolutely. So the game comes to an end. Not as competitive as we thought, Breezes. We thought this was going to be a little more nip and tuck, but the way this went, I mean, it just kind of came down to, we said it, plenty of times, not just better players for Ohio State out there. And you have to look back at that goal line stand for Ohio State, stopping Deez inside their 5-yard line. That right there kind of set the tone. And then those 2 turnovers on back-to-back drives, that really shot him in the foot and kind of made it to where he was just a lame duck trying to limp himself back into this game and just couldn't find a way to stop the bleeding.
Oh, definitely. I had to get my hair on. It was missing. But Deez, he did have 2 weeks off. So him coming back, and I think he will it'll just be better. He'll get back into the groove, and he'll be back. He'll definitely be back.
All right, and we have the coach in the booth with us. Coach, congratulations on the victory. Another solid win for the Ohio State Buckeyes, and back-to-back weeks where you really kept your distance on the scoreboard away from your opponent. What did you like the most out of that victory?
I like that we didn't really make any mistakes, really. I mean, if you want to count the goal line stand in the first half as a mistake where we didn't finish, but I think for the most part we did a good job of hanging on to the ball. I didn't make any stupid boneheaded plays. I didn't mismanage the clock too poorly, like things that have kind of been hit or miss in the last couple of weeks. I think I was most impressed with that ability to kind of maintain possession and run our offense.
Breezes, you have a question for Coach?
Not really. It was a pretty great game. I had to deal with the ass beating last week too. So, great game. And it looks like, or as of right now, me personally, we definitely have you. We'll have you second up to Hardcore, just because Hardcore doesn't have the one loss. But that was a great game by you, Coach, and congratulations and good luck on the rest of the season.
Yeah, we got a big game next week because that is the Hardcore matchup coming up. So,
Yes, I forgot. That's
the game film. I do think that the first half, I think the fumble or the pitch, the scoop and score was kind of the turning point offense, for our team. That put us ahead, pretty well after kicking the field goal. So, I mean, I think that was one highlight play of the game. I think we did a good job of stopping Shi Smith, who we know is a dangerous returner. And then just defense really played well for the last couple weeks, aside from that Clemson game, which I think some of us in this call are familiar with, stopping other teams defensively. So I'm happy with it, but we've got a huge test next week with Nike Ground Jordan or whatever we're calling him now. So,
he's an animal.
We'll see what we can do next week. I don't need to give him any bulletin board material, though.
Do you think you're going to do anything that you saw this game that worked really well? You think there's any game plan you can take from this and implement next week? Or is this one of those things where you just got to scrap everything and look at this as a completely separate deal and just kind of hyper-focus on how to beat Hardcore?
I mean, I can take some things away from this. Once we've been getting up, we've been running the ball a lot, so I didn't really have to throw a whole lot tonight. Hardcore is probably the one player in the G12 that I've played the most because we played in a holiday tournament. We played last year in the national championship. This will be our third head-to-head matchup, and all of them have been one-possession games in the end, or one-score games going in late into the fourth quarter. I'm making no promises, but I'm hoping that turns out to be that quality of a game where we're in a battle down to the wire. And hopefully this time I can put that check in the win column, but we will see.
Yeah, that should be a fun one for sure. Well, enjoy this victory, Coach. I know I enjoyed calling this game. I know Breezes had a blast watching your offense really show what they've got force-wise out there, and it's impressive. It really is.
I didn't see it enough last week, not at all.
Well, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Hey, Breezes, get a dang haircut, would you?
Yeah, come on, man.
Beautiful. Stop hating on me.
All right, guys, take it easy. I appreciate the call. I'll watch it later on. So, thank you.
All right, thanks, Coach. Take it easy.
Yeah.
Well, Breezes, let's do it for us. We've got a game next. I have to go get ready for it. I'm going to be late.
And I think we have. I think MacDub and
okay. Awesome. All right, so MacDub and Emigs, right?
Emigs and Hottie Toddy.
Oh, Hottie Toddy, yes.
Emigs and Hottie Toddy guys will be on the call. Be about a 15-minute break. We're gonna go to the 15 in the starting screen, and then we will have your own Stoner Gamer and Cazcray, FSU versus Clemson. Big matchup for both guys. Good friends. Not gonna pick who wins. Just we'll cheer on both. But I think Stoner, as you're gonna be in the game, you can't call it, but I'll go a little prediction real quick before we head off. I'm gonna call 47-41. One team wins, one team loses.
I like it. I have a feeling this one also is going to have a lot of points in it. I think Kaz can really move the football. If he holds the ball on, if he can hold on to the ball, this is going to be absolutely fantastic. So I will catch you guys in stream. So enjoy the rest of your night, Breezes, and thank you, chat, for being awesome. And I'll see you guys soon.
It's real shit, man.
everybody, and welcome to the G12 Network, the very best NCAA Football 14 online dynasty around. And who else could introduce a G12 better than me? That's right, the coach. Now, thank you for supporting everybody at G12. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
What's going on, guys? Welcome on into this second game of the doubleheader tonight. I am Emigs, joined tonight by Hottie Toddy. Hottie Toddy, how you doing?
I am doing well. Emigs, this is becoming a regular occurrence. We call games together, man. Like, we've done this multiple times now, but yes, I love it, dude. Some late night G12 action tonight. Let's take a second, though, to recap that first game. Baker, he put on a show tonight. Got a pretty easy win. So what'd you see in that first game, and what'd you think?
Yeah, I picked Deez to win. I thought it was going to be a close game. I thought it was going to be a battle. But we were talking before the game. You pointed out when Baker gets going fast early, it's kind of like there's no stopping that train. We saw him drop that game to Stoner, and that was the opposite, right? It was kind of a slog. And then for Deez, it was the turnovers, man. It was too many costly turnovers and then huge returns, setting up Baker in good field position. So it's just a fast start by Baker, coupled with turnovers by Deez, and it was no looking back from Baker.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Baker said himself in that post-game press conference that when he got that fumble, return for a touchdown, that really just immediately changed the game. But yeah, props to Baker though for playing his game, ran the ball well, mixed in enough pass to get the job done, and now that sets up a big matchup for him next week with Hardcore. Rematch of last year's national championship. I think a lot of people are excited to see that one. Maybe a little game of the week action coming at you next week. But that should be exciting to see how Baker now, with the best coming up against him, see how he fares next week.
Yeah, wait, so he has Deez this week, Hardcore next week, and then Chuck. Yeah, I'm excited too because it's going to be an Ohio State matchup with Penn State, not tooting my own horn, but just the fact that it's a better team for Hardcore to go up against. So here's a look at the SEC standings, obviously. Penn State undefeated 4-0. Clemson 2-1 coming in tonight, trying to. He's like you said, he's right on Hardcore's heels. I mean, if you can be 3-1, we keep talking about trying to stay 500. So 3-1, I mean, that's just awesome for Stoner. And then moving over to the Big Ten, Yofi still in first at 4-2. But I don't know, man. Yofi needs to be looking over his shoulder, right? Thursday looks good. And
Absolutely.
Baker.
Absolutely. Yofi's definitely got it. I mean, Yofi has not looked great late. He started off hot and has not looked great since then. Honestly, kind of since the Hardcore game, if we're being real. I feel like he's been a different player since then. Maybe that's still in his head. But Emigs, just before we get into tonight's game, is this about where you thought we would be in the G12, that one undefeated team that is Hardcore and everybody else right around 500 or kind of just above 500? Is that kind of what you expected with this new format of all user games?
I would have thought there would be, Yofi sitting there at 4-2. That's almost the only other positive record, right? Thursday's, I think, 3-3, but we keep saying that's a good record for G12. But yeah, I honestly did think there would be a couple more 4-2, 5-1, 4-1, stuff like that. I thought, Rocket Top's only played the 2 or 2.5 games he couldn't play last night, but yeah. I thought he also has a tough schedule though, as Hardcore and Thursday, but I thought he would be looking better. I thought Nasty would be better at this point, record-wise. That was a tough loss against Texas this week, though. And then, I am a little surprised, though, for your question, yeah.
Yeah, I think I am, too. I guess Baker is now at 3-1 after tonight's win, and Stoner's got a chance to get to 3-1 tonight. So definitely going to have some teams that are right there, I still think we're at this point now where teams are evening out, with the buys. We've had a lot of very different, as we've even talked about earlier this week, some teams playing 7 straight weeks, some teams who've already had 3 or 4 buys. It's crazy that's kind of the way this season has worked out. But it's been good action so far, and especially this week. This week we've had some fantastic games. Obviously the game before this wasn't one of the closer games, but overall this week we've had a lot of close games. And so diving into tonight's action, we've got Cazcray going up against ST0NERGAMER. What are you expecting to see out of tonight's game? I'm
expecting to see a lot of rollouts and bombs from Stoner and that Clemson team. But so far it's been working, right? He has the horses. I'm sorry, keep going. Trevor Lawrence is like, I mean, he's faster in real life, but he is really fast in this game. Like, he seems like one of the faster quarterbacks, and it plays right into Stoner's game plan. He's able to scramble out there and bomb it. But I mentioned this, I think it was last night. I feel like Stoner's kind of been riding high with some of this luck he's been on, and I think it's about time. It's going to run out versus Caz here. Caz is pretty serious, and I think Caz is pretty good. He looked good against Hardcore. He's looked good in his other games, and I picked Caz to win, and I'm going to stick by that. I think Caz is going to win tonight.
Yeah, I'm actually sticking right there with you. I think Stoner has maybe been more lucky than good, but hey, props to him. I mean, you know what? Sometimes it is better to be lucky than good, and he's won the games. But I think Caz is probably overall a better player.
We'll see. All right, we'll turn the music off.
And so we'll see what happens tonight as we get ready to have the coin tossed, and it looks like Clemson's going to win the toss and choose to kick. Got a little old school ACC rivalry now in these new conferences, and we already seeing defensive adjustments even before the first kickoff. So that's going to be interesting to see that. But here we go as we get ready for kickoff tonight. Clemson kicking off to Florida State, and let's get it underway for some G12 action.
Need a touchback.
Yeah, just a touchback on that first play. You know, we have seen some electric returns in this league, most of them coming from that Penn State team, but some others as well. So I think if you have that kicker that can put it in the back of the end zone, that's definitely the way to go right now in this league.
Yeah, especially if you're playing Penn State.
Yes, most definitely.
And this is my least favorite part about calling Clemson game. Get ready for a lot of Howard's route, Cotty. They're going to show Howard's route like every other play.
All the time. We got a little I formation coming out for Florida State here on this play. Already calling some audibles, and he's going to drop back an immediate roll out to the right, and the ball gets tipped, and it's intercepted on play number 1. Are you kidding me? What in the world was that? Ladies and gentlemen, we are off to a wild start in this game. As we said, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and you don't get any more lucky than that right there for Clemson.
That could not be a better first play with the theme of what we were talking about, Stoner's luck rolling out. I think maybe I'm wrong now because the first play of the game, I mean, that was kind of lucky, right? I never see those tipped passes go for picks.
No, they never. They always get dropped, but immediately we have Clemson with the ball, 5-yard rush by Travis Etienne, and here we have Clemson already knocking on the goal line. Didn't even get the ball first, but that was crazy. Wow, what a freaking start to this game.
Not just the fact that he picked it's lucky, like the tip. It was a tipped pass. That's out of Stoner's control. He didn't tip the pass. Like that was just the CPU happened to tip that pass, and it went 10 feet up into the air. So that's where it's lucky.
I agree. I think he got a little lucky there. Anyways, moving on. We got another 1-yard run. Now already setting up here with a 3rd and 4 though. Props to this Florida State defense for locking down here at the goal line, and need a stop here. Holding him to a field goal would be absolutely huge. Also, Jackson One Baseball, thank you so much for rating with a party. Appreciate that. Thank you for coming and checking out the G12 action tonight.
And just the fact that he's lucky, like he's good at this game. Like I think he would beat me, honestly, Stoner. So it's just the luck is helping him, and I think it's propelling him to get these wins. But I'm not saying he's not good and he's just winning with luck. He's still a good player.
All right, Lawrence is going to drop back and throw the pass, and it's going to be incomplete, dropped at the goal line. And now with a 4th and 4, I mean, you got to kick the ball here, right? I mean, you've been given a gift, and you need to just take the points and put them on the board. So we will see what he comes out with here, though, on offense here. I agree, though. I think you have to just take the points, but it looks like not. It looks like he is bringing the offense out on the field. Oh my goodness, guys, I love it too. It
4 wide.
Gives us exciting action to talk about here. Yeah, 4 wide here on 4th and 4. What are we gonna see? Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's gonna try to draw him off sides. No, he is gonna go, drops back, throws it out, curl route. It's caught, broken tackle, touchdown. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Are you kidding me? And Caz is frustrated with that one, and he has every right to be because that was insane.
I just see that. I don't want to sound like a broken fiddle. That was a nasty catch. I don't think that was a user, but I mean, wow, what a fucking
All right.
catch.
So, Emix, let me ask you this question here, though, because we've talked a little bit about this on this channel. Is it just because this Clemson team is that much more talented that they get what we call luck? Like, is that part of it?
I mean, maybe that's what the game is accounting for, just stuff like that little thing. Because, like, I'm not trying to hate, Pirate. That's what I'm about to say right here. Like, I'm not trying to hate, but, like, a tipped pass by your defensive lineman, that wasn't him. That was just the CPU doing that. And then that catch right there was just, like, a nasty one-handed, like, that was really good defense. So, I mean, hats off to Stoner taking advantage. He's making the plays.
Absolutely. As we see a terrible kickoff, though, out of bounds. So we're going to have the ball starting past the 40-yard line with a handoff to Corbin, but nothing doing. He's only going to get a yard. But Caz absolutely has to take advantage of this good field position right here. I mean, he's kind of been given a gift as well to be able to rebound after that terrible first drive.
Pirates saying he read it like a book. That was like perfect one-on-one coverage. The guy went up and one-handed it over his head. So
it was a pretty crazy catch. All right, 2nd and 9 here. We're gonna have Blackman dropping back, looking. Has Thompson all over the middle, but he drops it. Wow, another big drop here. James Blackman starting off rough 0 for 2 with the interception, and already a huge 3rd and 9 here for Cazcray. You got to feel he's looking to convert here to keep this drive alive, because you do not want to turn it right back over to Stoner with less than 2 minutes even off the clock, already up 7-0.
Yeah, hoping he doesn't get too much in his head here, too, if he's not able to convert here.
Once again, dropping back with 4 wide, rolling out to the left. Just absolutely nothing, but he is going to scramble past the 50, past the 40, with the 35, and he's going to safely go out of bounds, avoiding the tackle. Great rush there by James Blackman to go pick up the 3rd down when there was absolutely nowhere to throw that ball.
Yeah, everyone was over on that right side of the field. There was just that one defender guarding a wide receiver who went out of bounds, and it was just too late. He was already 10 yards down the field. Blackman's fast.
He is. Very, very quick quarterback. Definitely has the wheels for sure to go pick up those first downs when there's just nothing open. So now a 1st and 10. Ball at the 33-yard line. So we're going to see a play-action pass. Once again, a roll to the right. Looking, but nothing there, and he's going to take off, scramble again. Takes a big hit out of bounds, but goes and picks up 8 yards. And once again, we see that speed from Blackman. I mean, the Clemson defense is going to have to put on some kind of contain here to start slowing that down. But we also see how tired Blackman already is here, and this is early in the game. So he's going to have to be weary of that, too, if he goes off and starts running. Not going to be able to take many more big hits like that.
Yeah, it seems like it's almost a just conservative move by Caz. He's not seeing anything jumping out at him, so he's just going to take off with Blackman.
Right, he's going to drop back, throw it off in the flat, and he is going to pick up the 1st down, the 7-yard reception for Rector, and there we go. And this Caz responding well here on this drive, already down inside the red zone at the 18-yard line. But one thing I've already noticed here from Caz is we have already gone extremely pass-heavy. I mean, yes, we've had the QB scrambles, but he has almost completely abandoned the run game on this drive because there was nothing going early on. So we're going pretty much all-out pass here now.
Yeah, no handoffs really since the first couple plays. This is interesting. It's bootleg.
Gonna roll out to the right and throw it out there, and he has him Helton open for a 10-yard reception, and now a 1st and goal. Great play there on the design rollout for the quarterback, and have your man open there right by the sideline.
Yeah, I like it. I don't know what play that was with that huge bootleg right, but getting Blackman out in space, kind of fooling the defense into biting on the run, and then he had a guy out on the out route.
Absolutely. So it'll be curious now that we are inside the 10-yard line to see if Caz will go back to that run game or if he's just kind of keep going completely pass-heavy.
Stoner, one of the few teams who will actually have 4 linemen on the defensive line.
That is very, very true. As we do see him go to the run here, pick up 3 yards, make it a 2nd and goal from the 5 now. And it is true. We see a lot of 3-3-5 in this league, but Stoner does not run that. Runs more of either a 4-3 or a 4-2-5, which is interesting. But I definitely think that is way more helpful when you get down close here on the goal line.
It seems to be a problem with a lot of these coaches on defense, and then we'll see the guys go into no huddle, and once they see that 3-3-5, and they want to take advantage.
Oh, we're gonna see Blackman roll out, and just has to scramble and throw it away. Did have a guy coming open there, but just didn't have time to get it to him. Throws it away, and all of a sudden another huge third down on this drive. Going to see if he goes, but who knows? It's probably already 2-down territory at this point. I don't expect to see a lot of punts in this game, if I'm being honest.
I mean, Stoner kind of sets the stage with that, right? He was down here in the red zone, and he went for it on a fourth. So Caz, it kind of like forces his hand, right? He has to go for it to match, because that's probably what's going to happen all night.
Absolutely. FSU is already 1 for 1 on third down, so we'll see what they do here. Snap, dropping back. Looking, rolling to the right, just nothing there. He tries to fire to the corner, and his receiver cuts back an incomplete pass, 4th and goal. And what do you do now, Caz? What do you do now? That quarterback is so exhausted, he is going to go to the field goal formation. Don't know if we'll see a fake here, but that quarterback is just gassed at this point, so it's going to need some time. But Stoner in that safe defense, and we are going to see the kick, and it is up and good. And now we have a 7-3 ball game, 3:26 in this first drive. Good drive from Caz. I mean, tough to respond after that awful early interception, but good drive to go down and put points on the board.
Yeah, and I don't know if he's. I feel like I said, if Stoner's already going for in the first quarter, he's going on 4th down in the red zone. It might be setting the stage that he's just going to keep going for it on 4th down and going for touchdowns. So that might come back to bite Caz taking the 3.
It could, but maybe Caz just has enough trust in his defense here to get a stop. Yeah. He didn't on that first drive, but still settling into the game. Still a long way to go to. I mean, definitely not at a point where you need to be chasing points this early. And we're going to see an early timeout here from Clemson. Not sure what was going on there. Maybe a little trouble getting the play into the line, but we're going to have an early timeout. Maybe just an accidental button push. Regardless, one timeout gone for Clemson here halfway through the first quarter.
Well, there's the luck working against them.
Yeah, maybe so. We're going to see a handoff to Etienne as he cuts it back up the middle. And, wow, good tackle there, but 6 yards. This Clemson offensive line is already opening up some pretty big holes for Etienne. Hasn't been able to break off any big runs, but it's one of those things where you kind of feel like it's just coming. It's like coming really, really soon that Etienne is just going to take one to the house here really, really soon.
Yeah, and he definitely has the ability. Probably one of the top 3 or 4 or 5 running backs in this league. So definitely have to keep an eye on him. So many weapons on this team.
Another handoff to Etienne up the middle, and he is going to bowl over a guy, but still fall just short of the first down and leave it with a 3rd and inches. And we're going to see Stoner here with Clemson roll up to the no huddle. Not sure what we're going to get out of it here. I know Thrizzy would go to that QB sneak out of his audible package. Oh, and maybe Stoner has it too in his audible package.
Maybe a dive here.
Gonna check the play with the sideline.
I mean, Stoner goes for it even.
Oh my goodness. And on the play action, the defense just comes right through the middle. No, that is not James Blackman. I don't know who that is, who's number 1 on defense. That was only 3rd down. I thought it was 4th down. It was only 3rd down, but now we're going to have no huddle into a 4th and 7.
Wow. Okay.
Wow, this is crazy. I think you're right. Stoner's not going to punt the ball this entire game as he drops back to pass. And he is looking deep. Deep shot. He has a man wide open, and he catches the ball. And oh my goodness, we have the strip tackle on, but he brings him down to the 10-yard line. And Amari Rogers, as we said, so many weapons on this offense. A 4th and 7 though, and you bomb it 63 yards. What are you doing, coach? But props to him for converting.
Yeah, and that was, I mean, at the time he threw it, it was covered, and then Caz took control and kind of messed up that user. But wow. Just wow, Pirates said it. The ball's on Stoner. That was at like his own 25-yard line or something.
A handoff to Etienne, and he is going to break some tackles.
What?
And he gets into. I wasn't sure if he was going to or not, but into the end zone. Travis Etienne, 11 yards. Sorry, 49er George. No red zone turnover on this drive. An unreal start for Stoner Gamer. Crazy 4th and 7. Bombs. It's 63 yards. Sets him up in the red zone. Immediate touchdown.
And
wow.
just has to be so frustrating, right? You had him at 4th and 7. Like you were saying, he was trusting his defense. He kicked the field goal. He's thinking, all right, 4th and 7, I get the ball back. And then he just went no huddle and bombed it.
I mean, seriously. Gotta love it from Stoner. We are going to have a returnable kick here. And he is going to take it out to the right, and he has a lane. Out to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, to the 50. Oh, a back juke, and it doesn't work as he gets pummeled from behind, but a 52-yard return. Once again, Caz getting good starting field position. So he has got to take advantage of this and go take it into the end zone here. I mean, a field goal is not going to keep you in this game anymore, even though it makes it a one-score game. But we've seen that Stoner's not punting the ball. It doesn't matter. I mean, if you go for it 4th and 7 or 0-25, when would you ever punt the ball at this point? It's going to roll out and has a man deep over the middle, but it gets tipped and almost intercepted by Deion Kendrick. I mean, I'm right there with Caz. I see that guy. I think he's wide open, and I'm taking that shot. But, wow, what a recovery by the Clemson defensive back.
Yeah, that was a good user by Stoner late. Like you said, I just saw that. He was open when he threw it, and he was able to switch there late and get to it. And Stoner was so he doesn't in his offline he wasn't running his defense, so there's a lot of questions about his defense, but he's looked really good so far through this first couple games.
Absolutely, I think Stoner's defense maybe been one of the biggest surprises of the league. So we're going to see a good option run though from James Blackman, keeping the ball going and picking up a first down, and gets a 1st and 10 now at the 35-yard line, and so still moving the ball here. I mean, honestly, other than that first play, we've seen Caz go and be able to pick up yards, but just not been able to get it in the end zone yet. So we're going to see a handoff, no play action pass. Blackman once again rolling to the right. I mean, just no one to throw it to. Absolutely covered, and he throws it away at the last second. And look at that stat line for James Blackman. 2 of 8, 17 yards for an interception. I mean, just nothing going in the passing game right now.
Yeah, he needs to go back to the run or that option run with Blackman being really effective on the ground. I think try to get that running back involved again because he's good. I think it's Corbin's his name. He's been good so far through this early season.
I think so. I think part of the problem is, though, he's wearing out his quarterback so much on all these quarterback scrambles because he's not staying in the pocket at all. So we are going to see a handoff to Corbin and just, broken down after only a yard. That's absolutely crazy. Yo, 49er George, thank you for gifting that sub to Cincy Bowen Gaming. Appreciate that. 49er, the GOAT at gifting subs in the NCAA community for sure.
Another huge 3rd and 9 here for Caz. He needs to convert. He might go for it.
As he has him wide open over the middle to Thompson. Huge 22-yard reception. And, like I said, I don't know if we'll see another punt the rest of this game at this point. I think the gauntlet has been thrown down on what happens on 4th downs in this game. But props to Caz for picking it up there on 3rd down and setting him now up 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line.
Yeah, the red zone, though, this is the part of the field that always gives me trouble, so Caz is going to have to figure something out. I need 7.
We're going to have Blackman rolling out to the right, and he tries throwing it back to him, but incomplete pass. It definitely seems like with Blackman, you need to set his feet before you go throwing that ball. Doesn't have much on the run, and it also doesn't help that he is still exhausted, and it's still only the first quarter. He has got to find a way to get him some rest because it's just not working for him right now.
Yeah, here's another rollout. He needs to just sit in the pocket for a few plays, honestly, and either hand it off or sit in the pocket.
We are going to have the rollout, and he has McDonald down on the dump off for 7 yards. A big hit there by Stoner, though, from Skalski. And here we go, 3rd and 3. And, oh, my God, he's going no huddle, which is not going to be good for his quarterback. Don't run with your quarterback here. It's like an automatic fumble. Drop it back. Look, it has him wide open on the curl route. Touchdown, Keyshawn Helton, 5-yard touchdown. And, props to Caz, knowing what he had there with the defense. And big-time score to get this back to a 1-score game for sure.
Yeah, Caz needs to settle down, though. I know it's early, but it feels like the 4th quarter, how we're saying they're not punting. He's going for it on 4th and 7 and chucking it. So it feels like Caz needs to settle down, get back to the run game. Like we keep mentioning that dark red for Blackman. He needs to sit back in the pocket. I just take it easy, take a deep breath.
Yeah, completely agree. Definitely just needs to chill out as we are going to have a returnable kick here, but not a whole lot doing this. He's going to get out to almost the 25-yard line. So we've had a lot of offense here in this first quarter with only 4 seconds left. We'll see what Stoner's able to do on this drive.
And Stoner's defense, man, like, yeah, Kaz has been in the red zone twice. He's had the interception, obviously, but Stoner looks really good on defense. He's making them work. His guys are flying around the field, and I'm impressed with some of his user play, too, back in the backfield.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think he's played a good defensive game. As we're going to have Lawrence drop back and chunk it over the middle. And are you kidding me? It's caught.
Braden Galloway just chucked it up, and he got it in the double coverage.
Kaz, I just heard Kaz say, come on, dude. Like, Kaz, I'm with you, man. I feel the frustration for you. Like, are you kidding me? What a catch. Like, I've never seen anything like that in my life.
What's he doing here?
Looks like he has like a right tackle in at tight end. So I think having some adjustments being made here.
As a second tight end's a right tackle, that's not good.
Yeah, definitely not good. But yeah, I wow. You can say whatever you want, but Stoner definitely has had some luck on his side in this league. Like,
See, I think it's what you said.
Away from him.
I think it's what you said, though. I think like that might have just been a ratings thing. It's Trevor Lawrence's accuracy. I'm not sure how good Braden Galloway is. He's probably pretty good, but that might be what that is there, is just saying, like, it looks goofy in the animation, but that's might be what it's saying in the game.
Absolutely. Wow. So we're going to have another rollout and another completed pass there for Clemson, just picking up huge chunk plays here. First downs on so many plays. Like, yeah, I think this Clemson offense is very talented. I mean, we knew that coming into this league and in this game. So props to Stoner for picking them and having them, but because that talent is making up a world of difference right now.
And he's super aggressive. He's so aggressive with this team that it's scary because they're really talented. He knows how to play with them, so look out. A is wide open.
As he has him across the middle, and oh my goodness. Once again, Caz just throwing his hands up in frustration. He cannot believe the catches that these Clemson wide receivers are making right now, and I can't either. Like, this is absolutely insane. I've never seen anything like this. I want to call all of Stoner's games from now on because this is wild.
Yeah, he was wide open when he threw it. Caz was able to come over late, and then it was just tiny bit mistimed. So again, I'm not saying that's luck, but that one's on Caz. It was just a tiny bit mistimed.
Yeah, first and goal, handoff to ETN. Not much doing there for him. Only picks up maybe a yard to bring up second and goal from the 4. But yeah, I mean, I agree. Caz had an opportunity to get there and pick it off, but still props to that Clemson wide receiver for making a catch regardless in a lot of traffic. I mean,
and Trevor Lawrence just dropping back and bombing it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, how far can this dude throw this? Like 70 yards? Because this is unreal.
And they're dimes.
Second goal, single back formation, calling some audibles. Going to drop back again, rolling out to the right with Trevor Lawrence, and he's going to take it into the end zone easy. Yeah, great play. It looked like it was almost like a quarterback run all the way. Maybe a quick lane to the wide receivers. Didn't like what he see and just immediately takes it around that right edge into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and Caz was just a half a second slow to react and wasn't able to get over there. He saw it happening too slow. And like I mentioned before the game, Lawrence is pretty fast. So good job by Stoner, able to take advantage there with the linebacker or safety.
Well, it was interesting because on that play before, that bomb that happened before, we saw Caz really only rush one down lineman, had everybody else in the QB contained on the line. But then we see him beat him with the long pass. So I think there on the goal line, we're looking at Caz focusing more on that pass game. Oh, as we do have a return from Dotson, gets it out past the 40-yard line. But like I was saying, we see him beat it with the pass, so you've got to either choose. You're either going to focus on stopping the quarterback or running or passing, and he chose to stop on the pass there and just wasn't able to do anything with the run around the edge.
Yeah, just the speed, like you mentioned, out on the edge.
Yeah, Switzo, it is. Anyone could have chosen anybody in the league, so props to the people that chose the better teams. And we've had this conversation some before, too, about some people chose to build for the future. So,
I mean, he could have chose anyone. He inherited Clemson from Sharpshooter, and he decided to keep them. But, yeah, I mean, good for him. So, technically, for the other coaches Clemson was taken, he came in, took Sharpshooter's team. But, I mean, there's still a ton of good teams out there that aren't.
Yeah,
chosen.
I mean, we don't have Bama chosen.
Yeah, there's
Like,
no Bama. So.
like, there are plenty of teams that other people could have chosen if they wanted to. And as I think it was Natty that said, it's not just about this season either. With the recruiting and building up, you've got a chance to build a powerhouse somewhere else. Go for it. Do whatever you want.
Unfortunately, hardcore is number 1 in recruiting right now.
Well, that's unfortunate. So I'm just kidding, hardcore.
For us.
Yeah,
for the rest of the coaches.
That dude's on top of the world right now. We're going to have Blackman rolling out to the right, and he's going to fire it deep.
Bad pass.
Oh, that is intercepted. Yes, just an absolute terrible pass there into triple coverage. Not at all. There you go, Natty. Marathon, not a sprint, man. That's my life motto right there. All right, and once again, we have Clemson here with the ball. 5 minutes left, already up 21-10. Handoff to ETN. Oh, my gosh, just bowling over somebody again. That's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, and that was an instance of, I think, Caz just trying to bite off too much. How am I saying that right? Biting off more than he could chew.
There you go.
Just forcing that ball into double coverage. It was never open. I don't know what he was seeing there. Maybe he panicked and just chucked it up.
Hey, just trying to pull a stoner, am I right? I'm just kidding. Anyways, 3rd and 2 here. Big third down. Handoff to ETN, and he's going to go pick it up easy. Wow, I'm telling you, this Clemson offense is just opening up huge holes for ETN to run through. That's crazy. Hey, do we know who else is rated in recruiting? I'm just curious, behind hardcore?
Yeah, let me see here. I got it. So it's hardcore is number 1, Ohio State's number 2.
Okay.
They each have 4 recruits, and then Thrizzy is 5th with 3 recruits. And Oklahoma State, I think, was like 30-something. They have 1 middle linebacker. So those are the only signings.
Okay.
There is a guy, hardcore, though, we were talking, he's excited about. He signed a 3-star JUCO junior athlete. It's a 4.26 and a 98 speed.
Oh, my gosh, that's insane.
Look forward to hardcore adding that guy to the offense.
Yeah. And almost intercepted user swat there. Great defense there from Caz on the play action pass, and that's what Caz needs here. He needs a turnover, or he needs just a punt here. If we see a punt, I'm not sure we will, but yeah.
Was that a flea flicker? Did I look away?
Was it? I don't know. I guess it was.
I think it's like only an I formation.
ETN was open.
It works.
There we go.
The first time I ever called it worked against the CPU for like a 40-yard touchdown, and I think since then I've never gotten it to work.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever. I've seen it before. Never gotten it to work either. And we've got a pause in the action here. Not sure what's going on here. Stoner maybe making some adjustments.
I mean, I'm just really impressed with Stoner. We only saw him a little bit last season. I think it was 1 or 2 games, and it didn't look like it was sustainable in the G12. It was a lot of rolling out right and just bombing it. And that, I mean, he's figured it out on defense. He's getting guys in a position. He's making plays, and he's running a good offense. I mean, guys in the chat are saying it's Clemson, so no shit, but I mean, we've seen other good teams in this league not be able to run good offense. So
it makes that. I don't mean to cut you off, but we got a punt formation. I am shocked right now.
No, it's a fake. That's
fake.
Deezdiabetezz. Yeah, that's the backup quarterback. I was like, wait, number 5. He looks like a.
Okay.
Good Lord.
Okay.
But he's still incomplete pass. I honestly couldn't tell. Okay, so now we know what Stoner was doing. He was putting in his backup quarterback as the punter.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, that was balls on that guy. What a play that.
This is Stoner. Mad props, man. I love it. I love the aggressiveness. But he does turn the ball over here, and that's exactly what Caz needed. Get the ball with great field position. Has to go score here. So we're going to see him roll out and chunk it deep to Blackman, and oh my goodness, almost intercepted.
There's no reason to do this. He has an opportunity now to go get it to 21-17. There's 3.5 minutes just about left in the second. He needs to just run the offense. We really haven't seen him try to establish anything with Corbin and the running game yet. And yeah, that was not a kicker. That was DJ Ugalele. I thought it looked weird. I was like, that guy's huge, And why is he number 5?
Yeah, I was kind of wondering that too. I was like, hold on, and that's why I said we have a punt formation because I just knew something might be up. It's just
yeah, good call.
Like I said, punt formation. No way, I didn't trust it at all. Not a chance. Man, the things we've already seen in this game, and it's not even halftime. This is crazy. Caz predicted the fake. I'm not surprised. It did look like his defense was ready for it. All right, we got a 3rd and 2 here. And it looks like we have a backup quarterback in for Florida State, but a huge handoff to Corbin up the left side, 10-5, touchdown. Exactly what Cazcray needed there to go and put that in the end zone. Huge response after the fake punt fail. Wow, I love it. That was crazy.
Yeah, well, I was just trying to say that. I said stick to the running game, start getting Corbin going. I don't know if Blackman got hurt or if maybe he took him out because he was so tired. But yeah, no, he's back
in as we are
going for 2.
Make it a 3-point game.
Yeah, 3-point game. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not chasing the points here personally. As he rolls out and he's gonna dump it off, and wow, that's crazy.
It never works for me. He was able to get the shuffle.
That was a nice little shovel pass. Personally, I'm not chasing those points there. I'll just make it a 4-point game. But hey, he does it, makes it a 3-point game, and we'll see how that shakes out here as the game continues to play out. And just a reminder, there's still 3 minutes left in this first half.
First half is lasting forever.
Yeah, a lot has gone down in this first half. That's for sure.
And I saw that, so it wasn't a shuffle pass. He actually did. That was a forward pass, like a normal throw.
Oh, okay.
He flicked it out really fast.
Thrizzy. Yeah, dude, I did too, man. Like, it's going to be late here on the East Coast, man, calling this game. But we're good. We're in it. I don't have work tomorrow, so we're good to go.
So here we go. So back to a field goal game. We've seen Caz get some stops. We've seen him give up a 4th and 7 for about 60 yards. So he's been right there. He just needs to step up on defense and make some plays.
Oh, and it's intercepted!
Asante Samuel Jr.
Let's go, man. Wow. What a turn in this game. Caz is getting the stops on defense and now has a chance to go at least tie this game up. If not, go ahead and put this thing in the end zone and take the lead. And quite a turn of events here, but stops on defense are what have been the difference.
And I love how aggressive Stoner's been all game, but at the same time, we haven't seen him. He's using ETN, but not on first down, no establishing the run like I've been saying, trying to get Caz to do, but it's just so aggressive by both teams.
Oh, it is. And personally on that play, I would have just ran it with Lawrence for 5 yards and gone and slid, but he tried to force that throw there and get picks off as we see Caz already picking up huge chunks of yards and getting it inside the goal line now. 1st and goal from the 9-yard line, and Caz with a chance here to respond in a big way.
Yeah, chance to tie or take the lead, so just keep it safe here, no mistakes.
Dropping back, rolling out to the left. Blackman is fast, and he does just throw it away. Didn't see that lineman dive. He could have probably rolled out and had bought himself some more time, but still a safe play. All right, Hardcore, I'm going to need you to expand on that, why the computer predicted the closest game of the season so far. What is the line on this game, Hardcore? Let us know in the chat. 2nd and goal. Blackman's going to drop back again. Quick pass, slant over the middle, touchdown, Florida State, and all of a sudden
2 points.
Takes it. Wow, 2-point game. All right, I'm not saying it's going to be wrong, but this is pretty wild so far. High scoring game.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not going to be shocked here if Stoner just comes right back and we see a 3-play touchdown drive.
Yes. Yeets it down the field. Who was that was talking about yeet the other night?
It's, a Caz said it, and Bert picked it up.
That's right.
Yeah, and now Bert says it all the time. I love it.
I love it, too.
He yeeted it. See, I just graduated from school, so all the kids I was going to school with were like 18 and 19, so they were all saying that constantly.
Yep. I work with high schoolers, man. I know it. I hear it all the time.
Yes, sir.
All right, in a 4-point game here, a lead for FSU. Big time response for Caz to turn this game around. But now, chance for Stoner to respond too. I mean, honestly, we've seen Stoner move the ball. The turnovers and the fake punt. Balls to the wall call. That was insane. But now we got to see. Hopefully, he's settled back in now and can do something
There we go.
Majewski
I like
hand
it.
off to
There we
Etienne around
go.
the outside. Oh, and tries to juke back to the inside. Great user tackle there by Florida State because he breaks that tackle. He's probably running to the end zone at this point.
And we see Kaz is in this QB contain, so he's not even expecting a run. Like, take advantage of the ETN. He's really good. And here, another run here.
Exact same play, just run to the other side. He goes, picks up 5-6 yards, picks up the first down. Agreed. I think that's huge for Stoner to take advantage of that because Kaz isn't like an all-out pass defense right now.
And then if it's just going to bait him into attacking the run, and then that's where Trevor Lawrence and these wide receivers can take advantage.
Same play again, just flip back to the left side. Big tackle there, only picks up 3, but hey, picking up 3 yards is not a bad place at all to be to start out, especially on first down.
3 yards in a cloud of dust. Big Ten football.
That's right. Hey, that was also Georgia Tech option football.
I'm sure they probably said that like everywhere. I
Every
always just heard,
yeah.
like
Oh,
every
but
team.
every game when we ran the option.
Oh, the option. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, 3 yards in the cloud of dust, and then we break a 70-yard touchdown run, and they're like, "What?"
Toddy, I think you were in chat when I was asking these questions, so I might be redundant here. But so, like, why did Calvin Johnson go to Georgia Tech?
I have no freaking clue.
Were they running the triple option?
No. We were not.
Okay.
We had Shane Gailey there.
That's why then.
Yeah, no, we were not running the triple option.
Because I was like, why would he just go there and just be a decoy?
That was pre-triple option. So.
Okay, that makes sense.
I think he's from Georgia, so I think that was a big part of it. Was like it was close to his home or whatever. So, anyways, I'm not sure though.
Okay, I always wondered about that.
Yeah, no, it was pre-option. So because Paul Johnson came in 2008, and I think Calvin Johnson left in 2005. So.
Okay.
Anyways, 3rd and 8 here for Clemson. Trevor Lawrence going to drop back and throw the out route and completes it for a first down, big first down conversion as we see 1:08 left on the clock here. And Stoner really needs to go down and put some points on the board here, and especially because he gets the ball after halftime too. So definitely a 2-for-1 opportunity here.
Yeah, and Kaz gets the ball at halftime, right? Because didn't he turn it over to start?
Yeah, Kaz turned the ball over to start.
So he gets it at half?
No, he had the ball first.
Oh, I'm stupid. I'm like, yeah. So. No, but he turned it over, Toddy. You should give him another chance.
He did turn it over. So, yeah. Anyways, a big first down run there for Stoner Gamer as he picks up another first down and has the ball at the 39-yard line, 1:02 on the clock.
I like what he's doing here. I know Hardcore is going to probably rip on me for saying it again, but kill this clock, get that extra possession. It's another way of being aggressive, is just forcing the possessions into your favor.
Absolutely. I'm right there with you. I mean, even if you only get a field goal here and you're still down 1, that's still a win because you're getting the ball right back out of halftime. But obviously you want to put it in the end zone if you can.
Yeah.
But I agree. I think take your time. I mean, 38 seconds is an eternity in this game.
Let's see. He still has 2 timeouts. Another first down there. Clock stops.
Yeah, big first down. Probably see him go to the no huddle here. Maybe not.
Yeah, the way the clock is in this game, like you just said, 30 seconds. If you're past the 50, I'm not taking a timeout till I'm like inside the 10 or 15.
Yep, I completely agree. Yeah, because it's just clock's just sitting here. Well, now the defense is picking the play, but yeah, not even running. So, oh, he must have actually used a timeout because it stopped. Yep, there it goes.
Oh yeah, down to 1 timeout.
Late animation there on the timeout popping up. Drops back. Oh, has nowhere to go. Throws it over the middle. Dangerous pass, and it is going to be picked off by Florida State, and he's going to bring it out to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Oh, look at that. We got a little turnover action all the way out to the 23-yard line.
He had A. Look at A just sitting there wide.
He had him. Even had RB over there in the flat. But, hey, he heated it to the end zone, and it got picked off.
Just standing right in front of him. But again, this is that aggressiveness by Stoner. He wasn't even, an RB coming up the side. He just wasn't looking. He was just looking deep. He wanted the tutty. And now FSU here with some time, 3 timeouts. There's an incompletion. 15 seconds, I still try. I mean, you're not getting the ball at half, so why not?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm not going to force any passes like that one just was. I don't want to give a quick turnover and give him a chance to score when you're this deep in your own end zone. But, yeah, I'm absolutely pushing for the end zone here. All right, 49 George, you're right. You can unmute now. Got your red zone turnover. It just came a whole quarter later.
Good call. Whoa, Nostradamus over there.
Oh, good run there by Blackman to go and pick up some yards, and we see that timeout get used there. Now at the 36. I mean, yeah, you're looking at, you pick up 30 yards here, you have a chance at a field goal, and all of a sudden you have a touchdown lead going into the half, and you're neutralizing that next possession from Stoner in the second half.
You can't take these timeouts with you, so why not? I mean, chances of anyone getting injured are low. It's like the video game. Wide open. Oh.
He did. He had him. He should have thrown it a little bit earlier, and good props to Stoner getting over there with the defense and breaking it up. 7 seconds left, but yeah, completely agree. Just keep chunking them, seeing what you got down the field. I also don't mind going back to that option pass play. I mean, you know, got 7 seconds. You can probably go pick up a chunk of yards and have a chance at a Hail Mary right before half, because Stoner is probably coming out in a pass-heavy defense.
And who knows, maybe you pick up like 20, 25. You only need to get to basically the 35. All these kickers can hit 50 yards.
On a huge pass to Terry.
1 second.
With 1 second left on the clock, and we're going to get the timeout. Wow, what a play. Roll out to the left. Something you don't see a lot of in this league off the play action. Pressure was coming, but he's able to set his feet, which is huge for James Blackman, and complete the pass. As we see him now lining up for this field goal, and the kick is up, and it is good.
That's one of my I would suggest if we do any slider tweaks, it would just be to bring down the field goal power and accuracy, just because basically every kicker can hit a 50-yard field goal in the game, which shouldn't be real. But there we go. What a first half, Howdy Toddy. That was a really long first half. What's the score? 28 or 29, 21 or 28?
28-21. Caz
got a normal-looking score.
Yeah, me too, even though we've had a not normal first half whatsoever. I mean, from the first play out the gate, we have the craziest tip interception. So, yeah, it has been an interesting half. Stoner honestly seemed to be dominating early in the game. Like, it seemed like he was kind of in control, but what a response by Caz. I mean, really, it's been a tale of two quarters if you really look at it. First quarter, absolutely dominated by ST0NERGAMER. Second quarter, absolutely dominated by Cazcray. And I think we are definitely in here for a heck of a second half.
I mean, I think so. I don't see any way it's going to slow down here. I really I mean, I'm kind of falling in love with Stoner and the way he's playing here. Pirates kind of convincing me just with the aggressiveness and the balls he has. What camera do I use? It's a Logitech. I'm not sure what. It's just like one of those little ones that sits on top of my computer. I'll figure it out. But I mean, it's the way Stoner is just so aggressive. I think it is the C920. The way he's so aggressive, it's going to force Caz to stay aggressive. Like, I was surprised Caz kicked that field goal. I mean, now in hindsight, it worked out fine. But I just thought the way he went for it on fourth down in the red zone, you were going to have to almost.
Yeah, completely agree. For the record, hardcore, I do use a laptop webcam, and I still look this good. So, anyways. I know you were talking about EMIGs, but regardless. Oh, man. My train of thought's out the window now after reading that comment. Thanks, Drizzy. Anyways, so, yeah, I'm cheap, people. I don't make any money. I'm broke. Yeah, so laptop webcam's all you get from me. Regardless, back to the action, back to the game. Agreed. I think Stoner's aggressiveness from the get-go really changed the entire first half. I mean, if he doesn't try that 4th and 7 bomb, like, you know, we probably have a very different game. Caz is not going to be as aggressive either. Yeah. So it's been interesting. So adjustments now going into the second half. What do you expect to see out of both of these guys? Let's start with ST0NERGAMER. What kind of adjustments do you think he needs to make?
What I think he needs to do is stick with that run in ETN. It's going to force Caz to start bringing up guys. Because ETN, we saw it, he's basically going to average a minimum of 3 yards a carry. So it's just going to force Caz to bring the guys up. I don't know if Stoner's going to do that because that's going to need him to be patient and just let that run game develop to set up the pass and the play action. I think that's what he should do, though.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, we've seen a very pass-heavy game, I think, in this game. I mean, the QB scramble has been a big part of that pass-heavy game from both teams. But agreed, I think setting up the run. All right, and now flipping it over to Cazcray, like, what does he have to do here to keep this lead and sustain it, especially with Stoner getting the ball right out of halftime?
I mean, firstly, protect the ball. He can't have any more costly turnovers. But also, I mean, I would honestly say that a lot of the same. He needs to start mixing up the run more. Once he did, we saw that two huge plays by Corbin. The second one, a touchdown, a big run. I just think he kind of needs to start mixing up the run too. We saw basically, I would say 75% of that first half, Blackman was in the dark red. He was tired. Yeah. So, like you said, it's going to cause fumbles. It might cause injuries, which would be killer. So, I would start leaning on Corbin, same way I'm saying for Stoner. Both teams need to start running it more.
Yeah, completely agree, and especially if he can somehow maintain this lead. I mean, if you get a stop right at halftime, get the ball back, I think you feel a lot more comfortable. I mean, it's crazy, and I know, I mean, from when I played this game, I mean, as soon as I get behind, I have that tendency to just abandon the run, and it's like I've got to score, I've got to get down the field quick and score, and even though it'll be like halfway through the first quarter, and I think it is just that user tendency to want and go do that, to go just put the ball in the end zone as fast as you possibly can, even if it means abandoning the run. So it would be curious to see how Caz does that. But agreed, it's been a very aggressive first half. As we do take a look back at these conference standings there, Penn State out front. That's all you really need to know, guys.
Okay. So, guys, we had a question from Merck about the playoffs. Basically, you're able to set up conference bowl game bids. So we just set the Big Ten and the SEC for the Rose Bowl. So we don't know necessarily if those will be the number 1 and 2 ranked teams. Probably not. But the Rose Bowl is going to be the G12 championship. Yeah. So preseason, when you're changing around bowl games and requirements, we set SEC to Rose Bowl and Big Ten to Rose Bowl. So automatically the conference championships are going to be for that.
Absolutely, that'll be awesome. I'm looking forward to getting to that, but still a lot of regular season action to go here. Also, Natty, to address your comment, look, Ramble the dog will be back when the weekly show gets back on Sundays. We're just taking a little break with that. Not going to film it without the show, so we'll be back. Pirate, that's a great question. If someone does make the national championship, I don't know how that'll be handled. That'll be interesting.
Someone has to beat hardcore. Honestly, though, the way the computer works, there's like... Yeah. Fantasy and hardcore.
Fair. Look, you know what? Honestly, I have no power in this league. I just call games and my dog picks them. But yeah, if hardcore goes 11-0 and makes the national championship, then he's the league champion, people. It'll be undisputed. And the other two teams can play in the Rose Bowl for fun. But hardcore will be the undisputed champion.
What do you have to prove at that point? You beat everyone in the league. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. And maybe he does get booted out of the league because he's just too dang good. But seriously, if he does that, he wins, all right? Even if he somehow botches the natty and loses the computer, in my mind, he's still the undisputed champion. And I agree. I think I'm not going to pick against hardcore because he's given me no reason to. But, odds are he's going to drop a game at some point. It's so tough to go 11-0 against users. He's been beat before, guys. I know not in the G12, but he has lost games before. He is beatable. Somebody might beat him. All right.
Also, and the other issue I'm thinking of is rarely do CPU teams go undefeated. So hardcore might get into the natty with 1 loss, maybe even 2. Just the way CPU teams work in this game.
But it'll be interesting too because neither league will have a conference championship game either.
Good point. Yeah,
so,
fantasy.
Yeah, he made that, so it'll be interesting. But if they do get in, props to them. Jumbo Joe, thank you for following, man. Oh, he followed Craig. Appreciate that too. So I'll put them on the screen. All right, back to our action here as we see Clemson already driving down the field. Now that we got all the hardcore hate and playoff discussion out of the way, picking up a first down, ball already at the 47-yard line as we see him driving. Stoner needs to go down and put this in the end zone here because I think if Caz does get the ball with the lead, he's going to control the clock a lot more and probably be able to do that.
Yeah, and I mentioned him running to set up the pass, but also we've seen him throw 2 interceptions with that aggressive play style. So it's just able to keep the ball away from Caz, giving you a chance to get some points on the board.
Absolutely. Another handoff to Etienne, picking up 2 yards. And once again, I think I think sometimes too, coaches like, oh, I only got 2 or 3 yards. Like, that's not a bad thing. Like, getting it to a second and third and manageable is really all you can ask for in this game. Sure, it's great, when you're playing FCS East and you're picking up a first down on every single play, but that's just not reasonable in a game like this.
No, if you're not getting tackled for a loss, then yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, agreed. Positive gains are the way to go. Have a 2nd and 8 here, ball right at the 45-yard line. We see he's a little bit of press coverage here as he does hand it off again. But a good cut up the middle for ETN. Great run there. Huge run to go pick up that first down. Was working east to west, but cut it north to south in a hurry and was able to go pick up a lot of big yards.
And so Caz is still where he's running cover 4. He cheated the guys up, but don't be surprised here soon. We're seeing a lot of running from Stoner. Don't be surprised if we start seeing some blitzes and just starting to cheat guys up, loading the box, and that's where we'll see Stoner take advantage over the top.
Yep, the Stoner yeet will be in full effect when we get to that point. I can't stop saying it now either. It's just stuck in my head.
I like it. I like when you if you throw it really far, they go, he yeeted it.
Yep. Oh, and a screen pass, dumping it off to the right, and goes and picks up 4 yards. Definitely a big play there. Risky, I think, to try some screens in this game. It doesn't always work if you have that good user defense, but is able to pick up 4 yards. Definitely a solid gain there on first down.
Yeah, or if you just never run it and you just kind of sprinkle it in once if they're never expecting it. But yeah, certain coaches don't run it against them.
Agreed. We're not even going to say that coach's name. He's had his head puffed up enough tonight. 2nd and 6 here, ball right at the 30-yard line. Another handoff to ETN. And, yes, just look at all this running room, guys. Just tons of room right up the middle. And, he's already killing some clock here, which is great for me. Slowing down this second half. We're not going to have another 45-minute second half, I hope.
So, yeah, I don't know if maybe Kaz is thinking what we're thinking, and he knows what Stoner's trying to do. He's trying to bait him into committing to the run. And maybe Kaz is fine with this, making him drive down the field, killing clock. He's ahead, and maybe he's confident in his offense that he can keep going back and forth with him on offense.
And to see the counter run to ETN, another huge run right at the gut for 12 yards. I saw Kaz making some defensive adjustments there too, looking like changing something to aggressive. I'm not sure what that was. I missed it. But, yeah, it's interesting here. Just basically all runs on this drive for this Clemson offense, like hardly even throwing the ball at all. But
scary,
going right down the field. It is. It's very scary.
It just shows how good, they're really, he could do this every play if he wanted to.
Yeah, for sure. We see another handoff to ETN up the right side, and wow, does get taken down just inside the 2-yard line down to the 1. But once again, just huge runs right up the middle with no one even touching him until like 4 or 5 yards.
It's a combination of probably one of the better offensive lines and then ETN being one of the better running backs in the league.
Absolutely, but even I could run for 5 yards through these holes that the offensive line is opening up right now. This is crazy. 2nd and goal, another handoff to ETN, and he's just going to barrel his way into the end zone. Breaks through that one tackle for a touchdown, and all of a sudden we've got a chance to have a tie game here unless he goes for 2, which at this point nothing would surprise me anymore. So
maybe he'll play it safe. Yeah, just go for this.
And looking like he is just got to take the 1 point. And it is converted, and wow, tied game. But look at that. That is by far, I think, the longest drive we've had in this game. 3 minutes and 30 seconds off the clock for our opening drive here in the third quarter. But props to Stoner for just running it right down his throat, saying, hey, all right, you got the 2 picks on me in the first half. This is how I'm going to respond, and just run it right down your throat.
Yeah, he should stick with it. If he gets a quick stop here, stick with it. Just keep running it. Then you're in the power position with the clock in your favor. You have the ball. And they can't stop him so far from what we've seen.
Absolutely. Kind of a weird return there. Like he stopped for a half second and then kept running, but still gets good field position out past the 25. Not sure what happened there. We're going to see a lot of I formation, I think, here from Cazcray. I think this is his base formation. It's where he likes. I think he got away from it in the first half because he was down early. But now that it is tied, and I feel like Caz probably still feels like he has a lot of the momentum on his side, even though it just got tied back up here in the second half. Yeah, but he is going to drop back here and roll out to that right. but has him wide open, Rector wide open, a huge play all the way across midfield now, and great gain there, 22-yard pass. What a play. I mean, coming out, heavy I formation, twins flex, but does the play action, fools the defense, and has him open. Oh, I see that flea flicker in that playbook too. Let's see it on the other side.
I feel like you got to set up the run. And there's another tackle in at fullback. I don't know if he wants that.
We see him hand it off. Hey, I mean, if you're going to run the ball like that, I'll take a tackle at fullback.
I mean, he looked fast, huh? He looked pretty fast.
He really did. Sets it up, 5-yard gain. Put the ball at the 45-yard line. And I think we're going to see a good response here from Caz. I mean, it looks like he's got this offense clicking. I mean, only a couple plays. But definitely think we need to see more of the run games. We're going to see more of it here. Corbin picks up 3 yards, gets it to a 3rd and 2. Good place to be. 3rd and short is what you want to see, not those 3rd and longs. However, I think if you come out run formation, it's kind of easier to commit to the run. So maybe you do look at a quick pass to fool the defense and pick this up.
Yeah, maybe we're even looking at 4th down territory here on the other side of the field.
As he drops back, we're going to have a roll to the right, and he is going to throw it to A, and he's going to catch it, but gets stuffed just short, 4th and inches. I think you definitely have to go for it here, and we are. We're going to see him go quickly to the no huddle. Staying in this I form, twin flex, huge play right here. I mean, absolutely has to have this conversion. We're going to see the audible, the handoff to Corbin, and he is just stuffed. The Clemson defense swarms all over him in the backfield, just nothing doing. And that's the thing with this Clemson defense.
He did the run commit. And they're that talented, plus he made the right call there. He did the run commit. I don't know if you're Caz, maybe you try it just with some audibles to see what he's thinking, and then maybe try to pass, but great play by Stoner.
Yeah, I think so too. I think I'd like to see an audible. I mean, I get it. You go to the quick no huddle and try to, catch him off guard, but I think everyone knew what was coming there. It was going to be a run at the middle with that formation and just nothing doing. And now all of a sudden we see this tide starting to flip here in this game. Stoner getting the ball back, got it back tied and has a chance to go back and take the lead.
And now that the game's slowing down, but moving fast now with all these runs, almost down to the end of the 3rd quarter here.
Yes, crazy. Clemson's going to have the ball twice. Florida State only once in the 3rd quarter. As, we see Stoner taking every second off this play clock, and he seems content with that. We're going to have another handoff to ETN. Running it up the middle, tries to break a tackle. Not much doing there. Good defense there from Cazcray. But, this is a fun game. This is a very evenly matched 2 guys. As we said, the computer picked it at 2 points, which is absolutely crazy. Very good game so far. Big 3rd down here, 3rd and 6. I think we'll see him go for it, but still a big 3rd down. We're going to see him drop back, thinks about rolling to the right, but instead has him wide open across the middle, picks up a big chunk of yards there, and we don't even have to question whether he'll go for it on 4th down because he picks it up on 3rd.
And I feel like right now we're either going to get a play action or a bomb or something because Caz he's run the 4-3. He's been creeping everyone into the box, and he's starting to commit to the run now. You see a
absolutely. Drop out. A little halfback draw and just nothing doing. Good job by that Florida State defensive line to break off their blocks and just make the tackle there. That could have been big yardage if he gets to that line because, we saw him dropping back into that cover 4. It probably would have been a run for 10 yards before he ran into anybody else.
Sorry, just someone. Well, the Browns fans here are on JJ Watt watch, and someone just sent me something. I thought it said we signed him, but it was
that'd
false.
Be crazy.
Yeah.
This is a wild NFL offseason. Totally off topic, but this NFL offseason is weird. QBs are going everywhere. It's been crazy. All right, 2nd and 11 here behind the sticks. First play for a loss I feel like we've seen in quite some time. We're going to see another handoff to ETN. He loves this buck sweep out to the outside, but good job by that Florida State defense. And, we got some aggressive tackles on there. See him going for that strip.
I mean, here we go. After that 1st quarter, I wasn't thinking it was going to be tied going into the 4th, and it seems like we've turned into a battle here. Now it's turned into a slugfest, too, just everything on the ground.
Absolutely. As Caz is telling his chat to throw those 4s in the chat as we get here into the 4th quarter. Agreed. So much Howard's Rock. It's crazy in this stadium.
I hate Howard's Rock.
As a person who has been to Howard's Rock multiple times, I've seen it. I've touched it. It's not that great, people. It's just a rock. I've been there. I mean, when I lived in South Carolina, I lived like an hour from Clemson. My best friend had Clemson season tickets. I would go to games with him all the time. And it's just not that great, people. It's a rock.
It's a rock.
I mean,
heard it here first. It's
yeah,
just a rock.
Just a rock. That's all it is. But after the game, everyone and their brother tries to go and touch it. So.
Gross. Bet that's not going to happen anymore with COVID.
No, I don't think so. 3rd and 8, dropping back, completes it over the middle, but stops him for 4th and 2. And I don't know, are we going to see that no huddle? Maybe? Nope. We got to think about it. Fake punt. I mean, who knows at this point?
I mean, he's definitely going for it.
I think
We'll
so. He ain't punting the ball. I mean, at the 34-yard line, you could probably kick a field goal. It'd be a long one, but I'm sure Clemson's kicker can make it. Hot takes on Howard's Rock. You're darn right. I mean, well, I can't stand Clemson. That's a personal beef, but
I don't like him either.
I can't stand him. Cannot stand him. Like, I'll get into that in a second, as we have a huge 4th down here. And for the record, I don't hate Clemson in a video game, just in real life. We see him crowding that defensive line, calling some audibles. 4th and 2, play clock now down under 10. Now under 5.
Kaz is guessing pass here at the 3-3-5.
He is going to pass and complete. No, he incomplete. Oh, my goodness.
Last
he
second.
caught it and dropped it. Wow. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy play. I thought he had it. I mean, it looked complete, but he drops it there as he goes to the ground. So huge play for Caz. Is, you know, we had seen Stoner just kind of dominate that 3rd quarter on the ground, but absolutely huge stop now and has a chance to take this ball again and go down and hopefully get a lead. And I don't know, Hardcore, where did the scoring go?
They just started running the ball. That's where it went.
Yeah, really has. Blackman rolling out to the right. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Yo, that's that crazy animation where he throws it back over his head.
I see CPU do that probably to me 5 times a game, where I'll sack them at their feet and they throw it over their head. But that, okay, there you go. I was giving Stoner a lot of shit.
Clip that right now. Somebody go clip that right now.
I was giving Stoner shit for being lucky, though. That might be the luckiest play I've seen in the season.
That is insane. Please, somebody clip that, like, right now. I can't believe. I mean, yeah, I've seen the CPU do that too. That's insane. Wow. Please, if somebody clips that, please drop that in the chat so everybody can see that again. That was insane. But huge 1st down there for Cazcray to go and pick it up. Wow. Wow. That was insane. I mean, of course this happens in this game. We've had everything else happen. We've had a quarterback in as punter. We've had crazy tipped interceptions. 60-yard bombs on 4th and 7. Oh, man. Another
thank you.
Off to Corbin. Yes, thank you. Oh, yeah, Breezes. Everybody's clipping it. Love it.
I'm putting that on.
5.5 left. Scoring's kind of come to a halt, as we mentioned. I mean, score here would be huge. 7 points, too, if he can somehow get into the end zone here.
Absolutely, big time. I mean, time is ticking down here in the 4th quarter. I mean, this second half really has flown by. Big run there, nice little juke there to go pick up that 1st down.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know if they were listening to me, but both teams just run heavy offenses here in the second half.
Yeah, I think they must have jumped in here for the halftime call, because they have just taken that to fact and just run the ball. But like I said, props to them.
You're allowed to throw it. I'm just saying, I wanted you to run it more.
Hey, I'm okay with this. This game is flying by, and I'm loving it. Another handoff here to Corbin. Oh, good shoestring tackle there to bring him down, but still, once again, picks up 5 yards. This run game, I mean, yeah, just completely opened up the run game for both teams in this. Just been absolutely insane.
Yeah, really interesting dichotomy. It was just a shootout, teams going for it on 4th and 7 and going for 4th down in the red zone in the first half, and now we're just getting conservative running offenses.
Yeah, it has definitely been a tale of 2 halves, that's for sure. First half was a tale of 2 quarters. Now we have a tale of 2 halves. As you see, Caz picking up another first down. I mean, just keeping this offense steadily moving down the field, taking up time. I mean, Stoner's definitely going to have an opportunity to get the ball back. He's not taking, I don't think, 4 minutes and 37 seconds off the clock. But yeah, this is big for Caz, especially if he can go put this into the end zone.
Thank you for the follow, KK35.
Let's go, Corbin.
Another 9-yard run. I mean, Corbin, huge second half here.
How hard is it? I can hear.
Yeah, and seeing you guys hear me harp on the clock a lot. So here now for Caz, I would almost want to go fast so that if Stoner does score after you score, I'm guessing, obviously, but then you have enough time to get a score in.
Let's go, Corbin.
But he does pick up the first down, and I agree. I mean, it'll be interesting. To see what
Obviously,
happens.
just get the points, obviously.
Yeah. At this point, if we don't get 3 OTs, I'll be a little disappointed. Oh my gosh, if we have 3 OTs, I'm falling asleep in the booth, guys. I'm just kidding. I'm here. This action's crazy. Never could fall asleep to this. I would actually love that. That'd be insane. Stoner's already had some overtime games this year against Thrizzy, right? That was a double overtime game.
I'm sliding.
Oh, nice run by Blackman. Was it double overtime?
Maybe it was just single overtime. I don't remember.
I can't remember either. Obviously, we had that game 2 days ago, too, that should have went to overtime.
Yeah, for sure.
Double OT, Thursday says.
Okay, I thought so. All right, first and goal, ball at the 4-yard line, 3:35 left on the clock.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness. Kind of a dangerous pass there, but sneaks it behind the defensive lineman who's dropping back into coverage and converts it for a touchdown for Florida State. Just go for one here.
He had A was a tight end on the left, and he had him running kind of like a slant and then back in. There was no one, absolutely no one over there. So, I mean, that was a risky pass right there. That almost looked like it was getting picked.
It did. I thought so too, but absolutely huge play there. All right, 3:34 on the clock. I hope Stoner doesn't come out and panic here, thinking I'm down, I've got to go score now. He can keep running the ball, eternity on the clock.
Taking it in overtime.
Or go for the win. I would not be surprised if we see a 2-point conversion for the win.
Not at all. But then at least the ball's in your court at that point.
Exactly.
3.5 minutes, 3 timeouts. I think this is about how long that drive took. That drive took. Yeah, I think he gave it back to him at 3 minutes. So that was like a 5-minute drive. So he can do it. We've seen him do it. So that's what I'm doing if I'm Stoner and Clemson, trying to kill this clock and get a touchdown to even it up.
Absolutely. First down run there, only picks up 3 yards, but that's okay. I mean, I am glad he didn't come out just bombing the ball. Big time run there, and 3 minutes on the clock, still tons of time. Ball at the 31-yard line, only 70 yards to go. Gonna be a good game here. I think we're headed to a good finish.
Another run, yeah, Stoner. I like it. Just sticking with the run. Not 2 runs for 5 yards, but still, just stick with it.
Yeah, not bad. Third down. I do see him going to the no huddle here. I mean, it's 4-down territory too. I mean, you're not punting the ball at this point, no matter what. So even if you only pick up 4 yards, you get a 4th and 1. Not a bad place. He drops back and has him wide open there on the out route. Goes and picks it up. We see him go over that 350-yard mark. Big time 3rd down conversion there, and his 4th 3rd down conversion of the game. That is big for Stoner to be able to keep this drive alive here.
Yeah, all the momentum's on his side now. Caz is going to have to step up and force a stop.
Another handoff to Etienne up the middle. Good stop there, only 3 yards. I mean, he's preventing him from breaking off the big run. However, time is on his side still plenty of time. I mean, like we talked about, 2 minutes, 22 seconds, an eternity in this game, especially with all 3 timeouts. So no need to rush either way. Now we see Caz kind of back off here on defense. We do have a backup running back in the game, but he's going to get the read option. And good run there by Lawrence. Pick up a couple of yards. Not bad. Get it once again to a 3rd and manageable 3rd and 4.
Yeah, it looks like the stream for like half a second dropped. Or did it drop?
I have no clue. It's
Okay,
still
it's
frozen. It's frozen on my Xbox.
It's back up.
All right, another run there. 1st and 10, and down to a minute 22. I mean, if Stoner can't get this into the end zone, he has done a masterful job of killing this clock, not leaving Caz with much time at all if he can't get it in the end zone. 1st and 10, another handoff to ETN, and huge, just picking up 7-8 yards on the run. I mean, just absolutely nothing doing there for the defense. Needs a quick stop if he does want to have time to get the ball back. But it looks like Stoner might have a chance to tie this thing up and either send it in overtime or go for the win at the end of regulation.
Yeah, and soon here, I think it's going to depend on where the ball is and what down it is. Caz should start taking timeouts to try to get the ball back. I know it feels weird because you're giving him more chances. Honestly, I don't know. Do you take timeouts if you're Caz, Howdy Toddy?
I do starting now. So after
Okay,
this first
that's
down, if you get a stop, yeah, I'm calling a timeout. And I'm going to, because now that Clemson has burned a timeout, even if you get the ball back and pretty much go 3 and out, you're punting the ball back with like probably 20 seconds or left on the clock. So very slim chance of him converting. So yeah, I absolutely am. I'm calling timeouts after this first down if I'm Caz. I know he can still pick up a first down, but the odds of that happening are pretty much nothing. Yeah, and especially after that play, huge stuffed run in the back, I'm calling a timeout, but it looks like he is not going to. And this time is going to continue to tick down. 52 seconds now left on the clock. Be interesting to see what happens here. Maybe Caz just trusts his defense, and he's like, I'm going to get this stop. He's not scoring, and I'm walking away with a win right now.
Looks like they lost sound. I'm not sure if you're in here fantasy.
Awesome.
Oh, almost intercepted.
Incomplete pass. We'll keep commentating it like we're there, but yeah, I don't need it. The stream like dropped for a second. It seemed it froze. So
No, he's definitely running.
3rd and 12. Absolutely huge play here for Clemson, regardless if anyone can hear me or not right now. Trevor Lawrence is going to drop back, and he is going to dump it off short, but just absolutely stopped. 4th and 10 now. Clock is still ticking, and he's going to go no huddle. I'm not sure I'm going no huddle here. Probably going to take a second to think about this play.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Why not?
But here he goes. He's going to drop back, and he's going to complete a pass over the middle, but tackled at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal now. Wow. Crazy.
Yeah. I thought that was aggressive with the no huddle call, but he must have seen something and wide open, just crossing the field.
Yeah. 49er George said, timeout, Bear. Oh, never mind. That's so funny. Agreed. I would have called a timeout there, but nope. He must have liked something he saw. 1st and goal now. 10 seconds. I mean, does he realize the clock is running right now? I guess he does. Hand off to ETN. Oh! He's going to get stuffed. 5 seconds. 5 seconds. And he's going to get timeout there.
Wow.
This is risky. Because you really probably, I mean, wow. You just basically lost an extra play now. I don't like that. I don't like that. What is he doing?
No, come on.
Another handoff to ETN. All right, that's what he's doing. He's scoring on the very next play. Look, this is why I'm in the booth, people. I know you probably can't hear me, but this is why I'm in the booth. Touchdown. Now it's decision time. What is he doing? Are we going for the win? Clemson welcomes you to death.
What do you do? What do you do here, Toddy?
I'm sorry. I'm kicking. I'm taking this thing to OT.
Nick has no reason to go to field goal block because even if it's not, or even if it is a field goal,
he is gonna come out and field goal.
Still would audible my defense. I don't like it. I don't trust Stoner.
Nope. Oh my gosh, if he fakes this for the win right now.
DJ, he's thinking about it. He has probably the best backup quarterback, right? I mean, I'm not sure what he is ranked actually. He should be like an 85. That's what I
have no clue. Wow. He's coming out in field goal formation here. Man, if I'm Caz, I'm calling a timeout just to get in his head at this point.
Yeah, like right now.
I think he was gonna go.
But he is going to kick, and the kick is up and good. So we are a tie game with 3 seconds left on the clock. Hey, crazier things have happened. It's not over yet. We could be going overtime. We could have some crazy kickoff return. Who knows? I mean, I'm squibbing it. I hate that we lost sounds, but
Yeah.
anyways, this is crazy. Oh, he kicks it deep. Dotson catches it on the left side. Oh my God, he's gonna have a lane, people. He's gonna have a lane, people. Oh my goodness! No, he's not.